Boom, hello. Welcome everybody to another Shaman Assassin live stream. I see Enigmatic Nomad waiting in the wings. Caladran with the eyeballs, I like it. Hope everybody had a good holiday weekend so far. Ate a lot of turkey, if you celebrate. If not, hope you're jealous. Okay, it's a little slow moving today here. I'm working on a lot of different changes to the format of at least what I'm seeing in OBS anyway. Getting some dropped frames today, so if you get a little bit of, oh my god, the best bard in the entire game. Here we go. Getting some dropped frames early this morning. Not many, just a few. Things look stable right now though, so fingers crossed. That holds up better than my voice does. Her voice really is terrible. It's awful, right? It's like overtly obnoxious. That should be the name of her indie band. Overtly obnoxious. So as you can see, we have some new equipment and stuff. I've been upgrading the equipment as I go, and I just landed on a look that kind of looked good. I thought we got the mercenary armor with the mercenary gloves. I have the Bosmer cowl, and then for the boots, I'm still wearing the enchanted hide boots. So pretty basic boots, except for a 3% chance every second to restore 30 points of health, stamina, or magicka. Just too good. I haven't been able to get rid of them yet. It can literally be a lifesaver. We are actually here in Dawnstar, if you couldn't tell from the terrible singing. And I think what we're going to focus on for this stream is piecing together the Razor of Mehrunes Dagon. So this build is not going to be any kind of a crafting class. He's not going to invest at all in enchanting. So our best bet is to find powerful, unique artifacts. And I think that the Mehrunes Razor is like one of the most powerful daggers in the game. So I'll be going after that. And hopefully maybe you guys can help me out with the roleplay reasons to do that. Right now I'm just tasting it down because it's a powerful artifact, right? But in terms of the Stiger here, I think you would be curious as to the Mythic Dawn in terms of his spirituality and stuff like that. I think that he would be at least curious to see the old Mythic Dawn cult and to learn more about it. And then once he starts actually communing with Mehrunes Dagon, he might just be scared, you know? He might be strangely compelled to put the pieces together. Maybe there's a little bit of possession going on by Mehrunes or something like that.
This is a local
That's about the best I got going on right now. If you think of anything better than that, let me know in the chat. I definitely will take it under advisement, I think. So how's everybody doing? Enigmatic Nomad. Been a while. It's been a while since I've seen all of you because I didn't stream last week. Yeah, I just had some social obligations. Actually, I don't even remember what I was doing last week. I think maybe I had like a baby shower or something to go to. Yeah, I remember the good old days when only women had to go to those things, but now they seem to be all co-ed. Like, my wife and I chose not to have kids, and now we just get drug into the mess anyway by our friends and family.
Been at my side, and I think I barely know you.
What's to say? I was born.
All right, here we go.
Want this, Silas?
Why should I hide from it?
What about your family?
This is my family's legacy.
It's the past. Dead oaths on dead lips. Let it stay there.
Port Mage doesn't like what he's doing here with the museum, which only makes it even more interesting, right?
You're a good soldier.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend.
All right. Tell me more about this Museum of the Mythic Dawn.
Yes, my collection of artifacts from a group that toppled an empire. Why don't you come in? You can
Almost
browse the
toppled an
displays and we can
empire.
talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
All right.
Let's talk inside.
All right. So I have been able to find one of the forgotten magic spell tomes that I was looking for. I found Phantom Shroud, which kind of replaces Muffle as a spell that you can cast that increases your sneak ability. And it also has some really cool effects to it too. I'll show that off once we start actually fighting stuff. Upon seeing the relics and banners of the Mythic Dawn, you hear the voice of their Dark Master in the back of your head. Ooh. Okay, so this is Winter Sun. We're not following Mehrunes Dagon. I think the old ways is where we're going.
Those robes were worn during the Mythic Dawn's secret meetings, where they plotted to bring the Daedra Mehrunes Dagon into Tamriel. Each bolt of yarn used to make the robe was colored with a dye, made from sacrificial blood.
Oh man. So, fun fact, the Mythic Dawn armor set here with the robes and the shoes and the gloves, that's a complete set in the vanilla game. I think I have some retextures going on here or something that make them look a little better. The only thing that's missing is the hood, and those are they're in the game. You can actually go into the console and find a Mythic Dawn hood, and that's actually a vanilla item, but that doesn't actually physically show up anywhere in the game. Which is sad because it's like it's a red hood that there isn't any representation for in the vanilla game, right? There's probably like a lot of looks that you would like to go for that has like a hood but has the red color on it. Anyway, I think the Dark Brotherhood unarmored hood has some red to it, maybe, but I think it's mostly black.
The blasphemous book written by Mehrunes.
Hey Magus, what's up, buddy?
It said that Mankar Cameron used the book to open a portal to a paradise where all his followers would live forever. The commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Cameron. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died, that they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side.
No, I consider putting a hoodie on over here. I mean, it feels colder here than it does in Scranton at the same temperature,
yes.
right?
That scabbard.
Just because
Notice
of the humidity.
insignia? An Oblivion Gate. A key
But I
symbol
figure
of
with
Mehrunes
the
Dagon,
the gaming rig going, and the fact that it's only going to get warmer here up against my wall, I'm probably going to need to shed that thing at some point, so just braved it, bearing my hairy arms. P. Miller the Pomer. Hello, Karn. I've just subscribed to your channel and know you from Icarus's channel. I'm the one he calls Poemer. Oh, awesome. Welcome from Icarus's channel. It's a pretty cool little community he's been building over there. I think it's an open community too, so if you there's a lot of creativity going on over there if you're interested. I think he's got some build challenges that he's been cooking up and things like that. I would encourage you to go check out Icarus's channel, and I think you can find a link to the open Discord there. I've also been fiddling around with my audio settings and stuff, and I think I got something that's not hitting the noise ceiling too much. It was topping out a lot during my previous live streams and stuff like that, but I think I've got that fixed. I'm also dropping a few frames here and there this morning. I don't know why. That's my internet connection is spotty. I think maybe everybody's doing a bunch of holiday shopping online or something like that. But if you get any buffering or anything like that, it's probably not you, and it's definitely not me. I'm not dropping any local frames or anything. It's all just what's being sent up to YouTube via the ingest server. If it gets to the point where it's completely unwatchable, let me know. I'll try to restart the stream or whatever. Been with Icarus since the beginning of the channel. Oh, nice. Yeah, Icarus's channel has grown pretty quickly. I think he just hit 2,000 subs. Good for him. He does nothing but put out content, really, and his character concepts are very interesting, very compelling. Oh, jeez. I need to be able to... There we go. Whenever I see something glowing, I gotta go pick it up.
Did you have any questions about the museum?
Yeah, so
Or
in
would
case
you
it wasn't
rather
clear
talk
here,
business?
we're focused today on tracking down the pieces of the Mehrunes Razor and getting that assembled. And maybe as a community effort here, we can piece together why the Steger, the Shaman assassin, would be doing that, even if he knows full well the dangers of Mehrunes Dagon, right? Or maybe he doesn't.
A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out
2,000
the
hot and
remnants of the
toasty
mythic
subs.
dawn.
That's right. Now you're making me
One of
hungry.
these groups found Mehrunes Razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces.
So how
are
was
still
everybody's
being
Turkey
kept by
Day?
the descendants
Did
of
you
that
get
group.
did you get your
They're
fill
right
of family
here
drama
in
and
Skyrim.
Thanksgiving food?
At least 2 of the owners, Gonzol and Draskua.
What's your all's
dangerous
favorite
marauders.
Thanksgiving
And the third
food?
owner,
Are you a fan of
I
just
only know
the
he
turkey,
was
the main
your
attraction there? Are you a
Here are my
mashed
notes
potatoes
about them.
guy?
I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can.
Are you a pumpkin pie
No
gal?
questions asked.
I'm a pumpkin pie gal myself. Let's see. Want to know more about the razor?
Good
Nah,
luck
I think
finding
we'll
the
just chase this
fragments.
thing down. We have a lot of adventuring to do. Should keep us busy for a while. I've also taken the Spirit Tutors perk, so we're not going to be doing a whole lot of fast traveling this episode, which means probably some backtrack here and there. Where was my encumbrance? I think I'm doing okay. Yeah. Green bean casserole, nice. Yeah. No, my wife and I were just talking about that. It's like people only have green bean casserole like once a year, but it's like such an easy thing to make. You basically just throw a can of green beans in a casserole dish, you know, put some cream of mushroom soup in there, sprinkle the top with, you know, you can do breadcrumbs or the crispy fried onions or whatever. Pop it in there for a while. Hey, we got a new sub, Joseph Cranfield. Welcome, buddy. Stay a while and listen. Old school Diablo. Okay, where are we going here? I was working on the fishing quest line. This thing is a long ass quest line. A lot of RNG to it, but I found some really good items. I'll go over those maybe on the way. Pieces of the past. Let's see. We have the orc hunting stronghold over here near Falkreath, and maybe while we're in Falkreath, we'll do the quest to get the Lakeview Manor property up and running too. I've gotten to the point now in training where training is very expensive, and having the money to sustain being able to train has been troublesome. So if I could get a like a greenhouse and maybe a farm to plant my money makers in, my money makers, money maker ingredients, that will keep us with a steady stream of income so that we can afford the more expensive training now. Let's see, James Ansel, welcome, buddy. Cool shield, yeah, that comes from somewhat realistic Viking weapons and armor. It's a great mod. The only problem is it spawns like 1,000 different books in your inventory for all the different crafting recipes for them. But the items and stuff are worth it, in my opinion. Okay, and then we have Dead Crone Rock, and this is actually going to be 2 for the price of 1, because this will not only, I think this gives us the pommel of the razor, but also we'll get Bloodthorn while we're here, and that will give us a soul trap effect, which is really nice. I've been trying to collect Grand and Black Soul Gems. Of course, I'm only level 33 right now. Those are kind of few and far between unless I want to spend a fortune on them. But yeah, Bloodthorn is definitely worth going through that whole thing for. And then finally, here in Morthal, this is the closest one, right? Retrieve the hilt of Mehrunes Razor. We have to talk with, I don't remember his name. It's one of those classic Nordy Nord names. All right, so let's go do that first. Let's plot our course. I think we just need to turn right at the fork and just keep going until we hit Morthal. Hopefully, on the way, we will run into a spirit tutor or two, maybe. Stay a while and collaborate and listen. Stay a while, collaborate and listen. Kane is back with a brand new edition. That would be kind of awesome if Blizzard paid Rob Van Winkle, aka Vanilla Ice, to do a theme song about Diablo 4. Of course, Kane has been gone for a while. In case you missed it 10 years ago or whatever, Deckard Kane actually died as part of the Diablo 3 storyline. I hope they bring him back in some form or another, like the Shade of Deckard Kane or something like that. He's kind of like really iconic for that series. Ooh, definitely want the saber cats. So another thing I'm doing, and I want to make a video on with this character, is the hidden quest line in Hunterborn. Not many people know about it. It's kind of a well-kept secret. But I'm sure you've all encountered these strange, like, wolf claws, strange bear claws, and strange cat claws. Those are all part of the hidden quest, and it all culminates in, like, a very nice spell. It's another, like, shroud / muffle spell that you can get that would be very beneficial for this character. But, yeah, so I'm gonna be... I already have a strange bear claw that's back at... That's back at Ryek's End, where I kind of made my headquarters. I still need a strange cat claw and a strange wolf claw. I don't really want to talk to that orc. You know what? We'll do a quick save here, and then maybe we can give him the good death he's looking for. We'll see. These guys are usually pretty tough.
My time has come. I am old.
Ah, the End King.
Old to
Welcome,
become
buddy.
chief. It would be wrong
In
for me
a
to
series,
take
oh, I
part
already
in
read your
this
comment,
age.
huh? In a series
So I
with
will
angels
die.
and demons,
Malakath has
where
given
you
me
go
a vision
into
of a
hell,
glorious
would death
death.
ever
I
be
am
the
to
end of
wait
any
here
character?
until
Very
it
point.
finds me.
Very good point.
As you can see,
Very
it
point.
has not yet arrived.
Poem or Karn, I would say it's the history of the Razor that your character would be interested in. Definitely. He's a very spiritual guy, like deeply, deeply spiritual. So I think he takes heed to just about any voice that he hears in his head.
Perhaps. Are you sure about this?
And I think he's also deeply curious about other forms of spirituality and religions and things like that.
We shall see. You're mine.
This is really cool. I'm using the spirits of the saber cats against him. Oh, no, no, no. I think he snuck in 3 shots and I was dead. Yeah, the Ritual Stone playstyle is very, very interesting.
I am waiting for a good death.
Good thing we're not doing permadeath, right, Galadran?
My Malakath.
We were doing
as
well
you
at
can
first.
see,
The guy's
it
just
has not
tough.
yet arrived.
He just outlasted us.
Perhaps. Are you sure about this? We shall see.
Oh yeah, go for it, Poemer. One shot.
Must have run off.
Got hit with a 1 shot. Okay. So if anybody doubts I'm playing on legendary difficulty. Also, there's a bug in the game where it doubles perks. It can make enemies vastly more dangerous on a reload.
I am
So
waiting
hopefully-
for a good death.
This next reload fixed that.
Yes, were I to simply lay down and die. My time, Malakath, as you can see, It is not. Perhaps. Are you sure about this? We shall see.
Oh, he just really doesn't care about those saber cats there, does he?
You're a fool to fight me.
Okay. We're very close now. Need some vegetable soup and some stamina. Somebody's blowing up my phone. Alright, that elven short spear like isn't even worth anything. Pathfinder boots, nice. I'll take that. That's worth something. The shaman robes, maybe can enchant that later. Old Orc had time to make his hair pretty. He did indeed. Almost like a pompadour style there. Yeah, Poemer, feel free to go ahead and post your work in the chat there. The only problem is I don't know about character limits and stuff. If it's going to get long, that might not take it. But I'm happy to see it. Speaking of creative people in that Icarus Discord. Advertisements. Ads. Okay, let's do a quick save here, and then we'll move on. Oh, geez. Yeah, dropped frames are going crazy here. I don't have anything... Let me check my settings real quick in OBS. I don't have anything my side that would be causing it, I don't think. Stream is fine. Video output we're looking for. Streaming, CBR, 5,000 kilobits bitrate, which is what I've been doing for a very long time without a single dropped frame. Ultra low latency. Let me just double check over here. Make sure that we are set to low latency on the chat. Ultra low latency there. Does not support closed captions, 1440p and 4K resolutions. Maybe that's my problem. Am I capturing at 1440p? Oops, wrong one. No, I only see 360p. I should be going all the way up to 1080p. No, output is scaled to 1080p. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think the internet is just being a bastard. 200 total characters. Yeah, it isn't much. Count spaces, and yeah, dropping here. It's not framey, but not far off. Okay. Seems fine for now, but yeah, I've been dropping a lot of frames. I'm at like 7.7% drop frames now. This is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. It's defaulting to 480p. Do you have an option for 1080p, at least? Okay, what's trying to kill me? Ah, wolves. Okay, that's good. We need wolf claws. Ooh, ice wolves too here, huh?
I'll skin you alive.
Thank you, old orc. Don't think that was the good death he was looking for, bringing his soul back into the fold to help me kill some ice wolves. But he should be able to rest in peace now, I think. Now, where did Felia run off to? 1080p now though. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it was an option. It goes up to 1440p? Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. That might be the reason. Let me see what's going on here. I wonder if I can set the chat back down to low latency instead of ultra low latency. If I can do that on the fly, that would be good to see. Bear with me here just a second. Yeah, once the stream is started, I cannot change the latency on the chat, so I'm gonna have to move that back to ultra low latency. It's worked fine. And options as 1080p 60 as well as 720 60 as... Oh, yeah, maybe I can go down to 30 on that. That might be what's doing it, is the 60 FPS. No, it says a 30 on the output. Weird that it's outputting at 60. Shouldn't be. All right. Oh, no. Yeah, nothing you do on your side is gonna affect the quality of the stream in general, I think. Just how it displays on your phone or however you're watching that. There's Felia. Alright, I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I think, unless I want to restart the stream at some point. If it gets to be terrible, then that will be an option. Try to go down to low latency chat instead of ultra low latency chat. Yeah, I don't need more than 30 for viewing. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's coming through as 60 though, because I have everything set at 30 over here. In the game, obviously, I'm running way over 30 frames per second, but... Oh man, that troll is gonna tear through those wolves. But gave me just the distraction I needed. Really? Weird. Couldn't select it. Did I see it? Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can... Here's one of my first poems titled, My Life's Direction. I walk into the fray this day, not knowing if I can make it through at all. So on this day, I live or die. So on this day, I live or die. Hurrah! Trolls should revive unless you kill them with fire damage. Oh. Like, you're talking about like a full-on like revive, they come back to life? Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? It's hard to tell, like, I don't know, if you're using like Wolverine as an example, that dude's been knocked out plenty of times with like fatal wounds. And then as he's laying there dying, his body like regenerates itself and he comes back. So as long as he doesn't technically die all the way, he's gonna be coming back. Trolls regenerate really, really quickly in this game, so, I mean, following that logic, it's at least plausible. Now, sometimes when I loot this carriage, there's a gang of bandits that comes to waylay me. Don't seem to be finding them now, so... You should see how quickly, you should see how quickly they do with Requiem. If you don't have fire or torch, something, it's next to impossible. Man, that sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Okay, we have Stone Hills here. Do I have that on my map already? Yeah, just in case I need to fast travel at some point. And we got the carriage stop too. Good. Okay, so I'm thinking about how I am going to handle this situation with what's his name.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
Why are we even going to...
I can easily just pay him off. I have the gold to do it, I think. Yeah. I don't have a ton of septums, but I have enough to bribe him if I have to. I'm trying to think of like shaman-like ways to do it. There is a perk in the illusion tree. I think the dream thief here. Activate sleeping victims to steal their dream, increasing the effectiveness of your illusion spells by 50%. I don't use a whole lot of illusion spells. Just because like the play style is pretty defined already, and you kill most enemies outright with a backstab. So you don't really need the illusion spells other than like ghost walk and things like that to get you in and out. There's one though, I think it's Dream Charm. Activating sleeping victims to project yourself into their dream, improving their disposition toward you. High disposition may earn you quests, discounts, and gifts, chance to fail and alert the victim. So this would at least make it so that he would be more likely to hand over the pommel. But that's a lot of perks away here, right? And then all the way up to Dream Geese. Geese? I don't know. I'm trying to gaze maybe. Activate sleeping victims to send a dream that compels them to fight at your side until release. This is a very shaman-like thing to do, but again, a lot of perk investment there, so I just want to make sure I'm hitting my marks with all the other stuff before I start investing in that one. Alright, here's Morthal. Still didn't run into any of the spirit tutors, which is fine. We'll run into them eventually. Anaision, he tends to handle the random encounters in a way where it's like the longer you go without encountering them, the higher chance you have, the higher chance of them spawning actually becomes. So fret not, they'll show up eventually. What are we doing here now? I'm back in the winter at 2 degrees and 35.6 Fahrenheit. Bronchitis, have bad effects, harsh cough, so that's not great. Yeah, that sucks, buddy. Oh, you're not getting annoying. Sorry, it's just I have this this chat window that's very small. I have 2 monitors and I have a chat window that's up here. Right next to my camera, but I only get like about 8 lines or so, so it's hard to catch your stuff and react to it while I'm also trying to play. But no, you're not being annoying, not at all. People need a creative outlet, right? And some people that's poems, and that creative outlet. Well, I mean, for me, it's like making videos and stuff. And to be able to share that with people is important. So fire away if you got more. Never know when you're going to find your audience. Someone that your work actually speaks to and makes it, you know, can make all the difference in the world. Okay. I kind of want this Nirnroot and I want to kill this crab. And once this crab goes down, we are getting that pommel. Don't want to jinx it, but the dropped frames have been getting a little better. Seem to be pretty stable now for a little while. Maybe just switching it on and off from low latency to ultra low latency is all the change that it needed. I don't know. I don't know. How cold is it near you? Oh, not cold at all. It's been absolutely beautiful weather here. We get, every winter, we get something called snowbirds. They come in from the very cold parts of the country to enjoy our winter weather here. Today, I have a low of, right now it's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, I'm sorry, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, which is absolutely beautiful. Clear skies. High is going to be 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Low is 46 degrees Fahrenheit. But in dry weather, that 46 degrees without the sun or anything, it feels really cold. You don't have any humidity to like keep your body heat like maintained or anything. It's just, it all escapes into the atmosphere. 46 degrees here feels much colder than a place that has more moisture, for sure. But 50s, 60s here is absolutely beautiful. It's hoodie weather, so you throw on a hoodie and, you know, be all cozy and comfy, and that's the good stuff. All right, who is it I'm looking to find here? The pommel. We are looking for Jorgen. That's the Nordy Nord name I was looking for. He works the mill over here. I think he's the one... Is this him right here? That's Rogar. That's Thonir. Jorgen might actually be... Oh, yeah, there he is. He's the one with the hat. Jorgen.
Unless it's about the mill. I don't have time to talk. Too much to do.
I know. I appreciate that you're busy. I'm looking for pieces of Mehrunes razor.
Don't know what you're talking about, stranger.
Really? Because Silas Vesuvius says otherwise.
I've heard of him. My father had suspicions about his connection to the Mythic Dawn.
Mythic Dawn.
Guess they were true.
I like his beard.
I don't need this. My family wasted 8 generations keeping that razor safe from a dead cult. As far as I care, I can stay locked in
Hey,
my
there's
house.
Aster. Welcome, welcome. Well, then you probably won't miss it then. If it's more of a pain in the butt than it's worth, then why don't you let me take care of it?
I don't care, but my ancestors do. You can't have it.
All right. Well, I'll buy it from you.
Divines know the mill could use some new blades. All right, it's yours. Here's the keys.
Did you just
It's
fart
locked in the chest
that
inside
guy
the
out?
house.
Thonir? Or was that Rogar? Just farted him right out of his butt and he appeared right behind him. How about that?
The mill is my responsibility.
You seem upset about
The
something.
world's going mad, and our Jarl does what? She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader.
Visions, huh?
Mystic.
The Stiger has visions. Storm within. These emotions inside me are like a storm, calm on the outside, but a rage of uncontrollable fury on the inside, waiting to be unleashed. My goodness. Let's see. Been a while since I've had a rage building up inside of me. I think that's a good thing. What isn't the Jarl dealing
First, you
with?
saw the house that burned down. Peculiar bit of business that was. And that's on top of noises from the marsh in the night. Tales of monsters. Now this wizard in our midst. What's a man to do if he can't look to his Jarl for help?
You don't trust the Jarl?
How can I? She never speaks with us. She's allowed this wizard, Falcon, to live in our midst practicing gods know what. And now there's talk of rebellion and dragons? What help could Idgrad be against them? No. We can only rely on ourselves. You do well to remember that.
Well, I mean, maybe getting these feelings out into forms of poems are are just the therapy that they need, right? Better out than in. Oh, you know Caladran's doing fine. The weather's cooling off. Like farting. Yes, indeed. You definitely want the farts out, not in. Okay, so he gave me the key for the hilt. Okay. So after this, I think we go to Falkreath. So, okay, Idgrad Ravencrone here is somebody that Steger is going to keep in mind, right? He's going to make a mental note of this person. She might become a mentor of sorts to this sort of fledgling shaman who has visions himself. But he's going to put a pin in it, right? Because he's got some more pressing needs to address right now for a Mehrunes Dagon. Ooh, some good stuff here that is not marked as stolen. I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. And nope, nothing else. Though we had rainy weather for the last 2 to 3 days. Oh man, you can send some of that over this way. That'd be alright. We'll take the rain off your hands. Farting James Ansel has a nice ring to it. It's like, it sounds like a fighting name, like how boxers and MMA fighters always have their nicknames. Enigmatic fart. I like that. Great name for a guy and a band. Okay. Well, I hear there's low barometric descending from the north. We'll see. Okay. Barometric. All right, so where are we going next? We could travel all the way... All right, what is this? Bring the hilt to Silas. Okay. We could go back to Dawnstar now. I kind of prefer to get all the pieces at once and then return them all at once, so we're not doing the back and forth thing. I guess I could travel all the way to Markarth from here and then do the Dead Crone Rock. Or, let's see, I could go through Labyrinthian. You know what? I think road-wise, it might make more sense just to kind of do the tour, go counterclockwise here. Head all the way down to Markarth. So instead of going to Falkreath first, I think we'll do Markarth and do Dead Crone's Rock to get the pommel. And since we'll be spending a lot of time on roads this way, we have more of a chance to find a spirit tutor on our way. So let's do that. The Battle Spire mod is cool. I have not seen the Battle Spire mod. Okay, so the Battle Spire was part of, I think, Elder Scrolls Arena, right? I haven't played any of the super old Elder Scrolls games. I think I played like 30 minutes of Arena, maybe, was the first one. Alright, who's probably a spider or something on the side of the road. Yep, and we got a couple spiders here. Ooh. Ooh. Got me making noises. Ooh, ah. Ooh, okay, something got me there. I thought that that was a really clean fight, but something took a good chunk of health away from me there. I felt fear on this day, uncertain of what's yet to come. I seek help, no matter where that might lead. Where'd that smell come from? So enigmatic. Wonder if there's a fart command mod for Skyrim in Fable. Oh no, but there is a mod, and it's actually there's like, it's called Farts of Skyrim or something like that, and it's actually a really good mod. It turns out it's got like an MCM menu, and it has like tunable like fart frequencies and stuff like that, and just like NPCs will randomly just fart, right? And they'll comment on them, and they'll talk to each other about the farts. It's amazing. I really want to put it in my mod list, but I don't know. It's got to wait for the next profile. And it's got an MCM menu, so if it gets to be too much, you can either tune it down or turn it off, right? It's amazing. Here, let's see if I can find it. This is important stuff. This is worth interrupting our quest for. Do a jester roleplay and add that mod? Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for... It's a ubiquitous mod that's good for everybody. Animated fart. I think it's just called Farts of Skyrim here, yeah. This is amazing. Let's see. There's a video linked to it here somewhere. I just gotta find it. Where was the video? Anyway, put a link to it in the description here. Or not in the description, in the chat. So y'all know why I write poems. Okay, yeah, so it did sound like some kind of therapeutic thing that you were going to. Yeah, I mean, if you need help, I hope you're finding it. I don't think any of us are qualified professionals, you know, so I wouldn't rely on any of us to give you the help that you need, although if you need an ear, we're here for you. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Gotten a lot of help over the years. Okay, good, good. Why am I imagining some fart in a mic when create the... Yeah, no, right? I hope he's not using the same microphone to record his voice that he is to record his fart noises. That could be unclean. Oh, here's the videos. All right, here we go.
Excuse me.
You know what I miss the most right now? Fresh air.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
It's so good.
Sorry.
What in the world?
Ah, what have you been eating?
It's amazing. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Do yourself a favor. Add some joy and laughter to your life. And add farts of Skyrim to your mod list. I definitely have an updated... I have to update my mod list soon, I think. So I do want to start a new sort of Let's Play series. It's going to be... I've been having this idea of a tactical roleplay series rattling around in my mind. So it's a little bit of roleplay with the character and everything. It tells a little bit of a story. But the episodes are small and self-contained, about like one job or one small part of a quest. And it follows him and his thought process, getting prepared to do this job, and then his thought process of actually the tactical processes and things that he goes through to complete this job. So I've made some technical discoveries and done some technical research on, you know, how to record clean footage of both the gameplay and the camera, so I can, you know, add in reactions with better quality camera footage than what we get on the stream anyway. Doing that, and how to get the best quality recording from OBS itself, so that I have more options in terms of editing and things like that. And I think I've gotten that to a point where it's good to go. Just that's what I've been spending my holiday time off on. But the next part of that is getting the mods in that I want before I start the next playthrough. And I think what I'm going to be doing is focusing on the basics as far as class builds go. I've been doing a lot of like unique and hybrid builds that are very like complex and have a lot of moving parts. What I want to do is focus on sort of the main archetypes, the warrior, the mage, and the thief. That way I have more of baseline knowledge on those playstyles that I can use to create even better hybrid builds later on, right? So the next one will be the warrior, and that is one of them that I want to really lean into the tactical roleplay series on. So my thoughts on like the basic format of how these episodes will go is like we'll join the character either at like an inn or like a campsite somewhere. Ooh, there's Miko. Miko's a pretty good follower. I don't know that I want to take on a follower. What do you all think? Does the shaman need a furry friend, or is he or is his scary isolationism kind of fundamental to what he does? I'm kind of leaning toward the latter. Now me, I would always be predisposed to having a furry friend. Not a friend that is a furry, per se, but a friend that is furry. Sounds rough, P. Miller. Hope you're doing okay. In farts of Skyrim, you should only Fusro Da when facing away from the opponent. Guess that sound very real. It sounds like mouth farts, right? Like people making fart noises with their mouth. But, you know, it's fine. It's ridiculous. Good for a laugh. What about a Dunmer Swordmaster Ronin build? A Wandering Swordmaster. Nice. Sounds awesome. What do you have going around in your head as far as the... Oh, yeah, the tactical roleplay stuff. Yeah, so for the warrior, it would just be, you know, classic warrior. Heavy armor. One-handed and two-handed. So he has options based on... Where did Miko go? He disappeared. So he has options based on what he's finding. Oh, there he is. Blows raspberries. Based on what he's finding. Also block, smithing. And one more. Oh yeah, archery is the other warrior skill. So all the basic warrior skills, which seems like it would be pretty limited without the use of magic or sneak or any kind of other hybrid stuff. But the Anirim suite, Ordinator, Imperious, Andromeda, Winter Sun, all that does give you some room in a warrior for some interesting gameplay wrinkles, right? So that's kind of what I want to explore, is like, how does the basic warrior archetype work in Irem? And I've done this before. It was a long time ago, but I never really took it to like completion. So I want to get my ducks in a row. I want to get like the base level of the pyramid widened out so that I can build higher on top of it, if that makes sense. If I'm taking an abstract approach to character building and character building skills, that's where I want to go with it. Wow, we got a dead horse and a dead person this close to town and nobody seems to care? Well, that's weird, huh? I gotta be getting close to encumbered here with all these animals and stuff I've been field dressing. The merchant's wife joining him on his fated last trip there. How's encumbrance doing? 360. Yeah, pretty high up there. So let's unload some stuff onto Ophelia here. Get the heavy stuff off of here. All the crafting materials, don't need to keep that on me. $238. Got to make sure I have these rare fish on me. There's one more rare fish that I need for the last leg of the Argonians fishing quest. And that is the angler fish, which seems to be the most rare one. I have more trouble finding that one than any of the other ones, for sure. I've been up and down the shoreline of the Sea of Ghosts up there, and it's a large fish that you have to catch with the Argonian rod. Have I been to Robert's Gorge yet? Because I am getting ready to go headlong into there. Okay. Let's do this. Let's set up camp over here. And then we'll wait till nighttime. Build campfire. I need to harvest wood first. How much dead wood do I have now? 3. And you can only craft the Argonian rod after reading a rare version of the Lusty Argonian Maid. Yeah. Speaking of gathering wood, right? Am I right? I need to hear another human being tell me I'm right. Alright, that should be enough to build a campfire. According to the Lusty Argonian Maid, though, you can never have enough wood. Alright, may as well, for the camping perk progress, go ahead and build this sucker all the way up. And we'll have all night. Indeed. Okay, now we got our roaring campfire. I don't have a tent to use, but I do have a bedroll. We'll get some rest before we take on Robber's Gorge here for some increased experience. Where is my bedroll? Oh, I have one here somewhere. Packed bedroll. Here we go. I don't know why it has to be called a packed bedroll. So this one comes with Hunterborn. You can't see it underneath all the grass here, but basically to use the Hunterborn bedroll, you just drop it on the ground and then you crouch into sneak mode and then activate it once it's on the ground. And then that will unroll it into an actual like sleeping bag that you can sleep in. Okay, are you actually sleeping though? Some cool tricks. But I'm not entertained. And, oh, there we go. What the hell is going on here? Alright. Skyrim being Skyrim, I guess. Okay, let's sleep till 10 p.m. Hopefully this fixes itself when I come out of sleep mode. There we go. Wake up. Put on a little makeup. You wanted to. I don't think I trust in my... I don't know. I don't know how that song goes. Chop suey. System of a Down. Okay. TFC is now disabled again, so... Oops, did not mean to do that. I meant to pick up the bedroll. I guess I'll take another nap. Wait for it. Oh, what a fiasco. There we go. And then he gets back up. I'm going to do a quick save after I get up here. There we go. Crouch and then pick it up. Okay. Here we go. I think somebody knows the... Why'd you leave the kids up in your Pip-Boy? You wanted to. Those are the official lyrics, right? It's not how I remember it, but I'm sure you have it right. Okay, Ophelia, you stay here. I'll call you when the job is done. Fun fact, the author of Lusty Argonian Maid is in Morrowind in the city of Vivec. It's loosely based off of William Shakespeare. Ooh. Was William Shakespeare a horny bastard too? I mean, probably, right? With a name like Shakespeare. It'd be a waste if he weren't. Fallout 4 not giving you a keyring to keep your miscellaneous section uncluttered was the biggest downgrade of all time. Oh, is that something that they had in like Fallout 3? Fallout New Vegas, maybe? It's been so long since I played those games. Fallout 4 and Skyrim I play all the time. Fallout 3 and New Vegas I have not revisited in a very long time. Okay, so this is Phantom Shroud. This works kind of like a muffle spell. It's a Forgotten Magic redone spell.
Oh, just hand over the gold. But did you listen? Oh no. They always have to fight.
Added by suggestion of Mr. James Ansel. The farting James Ansel. I'm such a teenager. Why did I've giggled more on this stream than I have in any other stream that I've ever done, and it's all 100% because of just saying fart over and over again and listening to farts and talking about farts.
With rivers down the York.
Did he die? He did die. I did trigger somebody else, though. There's another dude in here.
No more. I heal.
Okay, fine. We'll let our bound spirits take care of it.
Time for you to die.
It's gonna stick, James. It's gonna stick and it's gonna stink. I really gotta focus here. I'm over here making fart jokes while I'm being surrounded by bad guys on legendary difficulty. Enigmatic flatulence. Oh, I saw some fire arrows on that one. Will you guys relax? Your boss just died. No big deal.
Is someone there?
No. Fire those arrows from your butt. No, you don't. If you're flatulent, you don't want to be equipping those fire arrows so close to, you know, the source. Thought I had him. I hit the dead body instead. That was a bad time to attack anyway. Okay. That time was fine because I got him on his own.
Hello? Who's
I am
there?
really backed into a corner here. Bad news. Maybe I can take this trap door. Get out of that hot kitchen a little bit. The flatulence could be quite explosive. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of, James. I mean, it's fine to fire regular arrows or ice arrows out of your butt, but you probably don't want any sparks from the lightning arrows, and you definitely don't want flame arrows that close. Is anyone there? Maybe I imagine it, standing on top of a pile of dead bodies. Obviously somebody's here killing people. They're like, it was nothing. Okay, things are getting dark over here. Let's switch to night vision. Yesters. Steel long mace. It's heavy as hell. Oh, getting a little belchy over here. Sorry about that, guys. And ladies. Already found that one, I guess. Okay. Ooh, now things are getting a little washed out. I think maybe I can... Yeah, I can manage this. Put the Galder amulet back on. Makes me a little stronger. Level up a little faster. Who else are we looking for here? There's a guy. I might just be like a patrol or something. Nope. He's the sentry. Okay. Two stabs. Did alert someone else now, though. Okay. Let's keep it moving. All right, here they come.
I know I heard something.
Did ya? Yeah, no, this was a good call, James, this Phantom Shroud. Because this gives you, like, oh, this is, like, such an awesome look, right? An awesome aesthetic. Having a guy who's, like, literally in ghost mode going around silently killing everybody in, like, in a stronghold. It's a really awesome aesthetic. Bandit Thug. So being able to start this over with illusion magic was really the right call, I think, because it really helps complete the concept, I think. To be honest, I forgot that I even gave you the idea. Yeah, you did. No, and it was a good enough idea that it caused me to completely restart the character, so... Well done. Appreciate you. Clear a whole room with one fart? My man. That's how you do it. Talk about room clears. I had one last night. My wife almost divorced me. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what was wrong with me. Maybe I just had too much pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. I blamed it on one deviled egg that I ate that was too spicy because it did smell like we were inside a deviled egg. It was rotten. So yeah, we were trying to play Mario Wonder, right, for the night. But the Switch wasn't talking to the TV, and it turned out our Switch's power supply was broken, so I was swapping it out for another one. And when I was bent over fiddling with it, I just let one rip. And she immediately was offended because I was pointed like right at her. Like I sniped her with a high caliber blast. And she was offended before she even smelled it, but I like stood up and turned around and I was like, uh-oh, that's bad. You might want to leave the room. And she did. She got up and left the room, and I went to the bathroom to like take care of the situation. to empty out the chamber so that there wasn't any more while we're trying to play video games, right? So I'm sitting there for a little bit, and then I heard her just start yelling expletives just out of the middle of nowhere. And I was like, oh, yep, she finally hit the cloud. There it goes. And I heard her cursing like all the way down the hall, all the way back to the bedroom. Like the door slammed shut. Like, okay, there goes my wife. Never gonna see her again. I guess this falls under irreconcilable differences, and I don't blame her if she never wants to see me again, because that was the most terrible thing I've ever done to another human being in my life. One simply doesn't eat just one deviled egg. Well, I stopped at one because it was too spicy for my white ass, yeah? I don't handle spice well, and it was like unexpectedly like spicy. So I was like, okay, I mean the deviled egg's good, but I can't handle the spice. I'm just gonna have some mashed potatoes or something. Okay, now let's... This is another ambush situation. One with the ancestors, indeed. So yeah, the way I see shaman characters, at least this one, there are different ways that you can play out a shaman character, right? How you can execute a shaman character. And I think Icarus does it with he goes more the nature magic route, almost like druidic. His shaman has a lot of overlap with like a druid, right? A lot of nature magic. Oh, is there giants over here too? Oh, he's just heading down the road. Not sure if these bandits are going to try to attack that giant. Probably not. My shaman here is he's more of a spirit shaman, and I consider him more of like a conduit between the real world and the spirit realm. So yes, one with the ancestors, but also one who's very sensitive to energies from the spirit world, whatever plane of Nirn they or plane of Mundus they tend to come from. Probably Aetherius. Wayward souls who have not yet made it to their final resting place, be it Sovngarde or the hunting grounds or whatever plane of oblivion they were headed to. Really? I was just up there. I thought I killed everybody.
Wood to gold. Yeah. Wish I could turn wood to gold.
No, those are just spirits. Okay. Is there anybody else left here? I thought it was just the 3. All right. Well, if there's anybody else left.
Never do another span in that stinking jail. Rather die than give myself up.
There's a grand soul gem too. Once we get Bloodthorn, we'll be able to fill that up with mammoths. So I was looking at the old ways on Winter Sun, right? I want to do a video guide about it on my channel probably this week. It'll be a short, easy one to do, so I'll just be able to record that and spit it out. The shrine blessing that you get is not as useful as you would think for something that's so remote and hidden, right? The old way shrine is actually, you have to use the wooden mask to get to it in that weird little like upside down world, right? And then the shrine blessing that you get for worshiping at the shrine itself is you get like something like 30% more damage against animals, which is a great boost, but it's a very like niche buff, right? Useful for like hunters for sure, for if you trying to one-shot like deer and stuff who can run away from you really quickly, or people who are afraid of getting ambushed by saber cats, animals who can do like a lot of damage, right? But I was thinking about it, And since Labyrinthian is like right up above the plains here, you could swing by Labyrinthian, get the buff for the damage against animals, and then head down here and then start farming mammoths for grand souls, right? I think that would be very useful to be able to do that. Mammoths, they take a ton of damage, right? And having a big boost to be able to do that is a great way to get soul gems, as long as you can avoid the giants and stuff like that, because they do not count as animals. All right, we're staying right at the fork here. You haven't given her a Dutch oven yet. That is where it'll prove who loves who more. Yes, indeed. The Dutch oven, I haven't had the guts for that. Although we have both woken up in the middle of the night to just an ungodly stench, and we can't figure out who is doing it. You know, like when you just had like a really terrible fart, and there's a certain feeling that it leaves behind. You have that just farted feeling. I didn't have that. It's like, okay, maybe I did fart. Maybe it was my terrible, disgusting butt that made that unforgivable stench. But
No sign of it.
who are you? Are you just a hunter? Bodyguard, okay. But I didn't have the just farted feeling. And usually people are more resistant to the smell of their own brand, right? But I was not resistant to this one. So yeah, we woke up in the middle of the night. That's just a waterfall. Woke up in the middle of the night to this ungodly stench in the bedroom, and neither one of us were willing to take the blame for it, because neither one of us had that just farted feeling. So that remains a mystery. That's the closest to the Dutch oven that we've gotten. And if it were me, I came just as close to Dutch ovening myself, which is not a healthy habit. Blame the dog? Yeah. The dog has... She is very... she holds her own in the realm of the room clearing farts, right? She definitely keeps up with us. But hers are extremely smelly, but they're very localized, right? They're powerful but precise. They're like a sniper rifle. They don't really spread too far. They have about, you know, a 2-foot radius for you to actually smell it. But they're very concentrated. This thing was filling the entire room. It's probably more than what a 20-pound dog can produce. If I recall, the bear boosts your defense. Yeah, it does. The bear, the old ways. Yeah, that's a good call, actually. The bear boosts defense. The wolf boosts attack power and offense, critical strikes and things like that. The snake, if we're going to be sneaky with this, then I definitely... want to make sure to do this. So the way the old ways works is you pray, and then you activate the little, you know, glowing ball in front of you, and then you sacrifice at least 100 septims worth of gems. The garnet is the least valuable gem, and it's worth 100. So basically, any one gem you can sacrifice, and you have to give it up. So the gem gets destroyed; it's gone forever. But it does allow you to pick an animal aspect to take on. The whale, I'm not sure what the whale is. It might be... The whale might be magic resistance. I don't remember. But basically for this character, I've been using a lot of snake and a lot of bear. For traveling, bear is useful because if you get like ambushed by bandits, random encounters, or just animals, it makes it so you can take a lot more damage. The snake increases sneak and also sneak attack damage. So for clearing this Forsworn outpost here, I'm going to go snake because I don't want to be caught. I want to stay in the shadows. Do this in the way of the assassin, you know? Yeah, bear is damage resistance. Whale might just give you like increased health or something like that. Subtly different, but not the same. I did go through all of these at one point, and I do plan on making a video about it, just going through every one of the aspects. And then the dragon is the most powerful one, but it drains... I don't have my Phantom Shroud up and running, but it drains favor at 2% per second, I think, so it drains it really, really quickly. So you have to have a lot of favor built up for that to be useful and be able to use it for any amount of time. I don't actually feel the need to go through here and clear out this entire dungeon, but I do want to at least clear out the people who can see me ride by. So right now I'm getting stacking sneak attack buffs from backstab. I think I got rank 2 of backstab now. The snake aspect. So there's a lot of sneak attack damage going on here. That guy's just marching past like it's no big deal, and no Forsworn seem to be going after him. Let's use our campfire instincts. Okay. That should just about be everybody. There might be some people up higher, but they obviously did not see that one dude walk by, so I think we're okay. Okay, back to it now. I'm gonna go back to bear. To bear form, so I have increased defense just in case I get waylaid. Keep me alive a little more. The old ways are not explained in the mod page aside from the devotee bonus. Yeah, it's fairly simple once you get in there, but there's a lot going on, like in terms of different aspects and stuff. I think a video would be useful on showing all the different aspects and what they're used for, so that if you, before you start your build, before you start your playthrough, you can get that stuff figured out, like where you want to go with it. You can come up with a build concept based on one of the aspects or a couple of the aspects, but it's like hard to do that before you know what's actually in there. Kitsune, hey, welcome. Sorry, it looks like you slipped in there. Forgot what the dragon did. Yeah, I don't know what it does yet either. In fact, maybe once we get to where we're going here, I'll pop the dragon aspect. I'll do a quick save and I'll pop the dragon aspect and then see what that does. Maybe we'll do that coming up. We have Kolskegger Mine. Yeah, coming up right around the bend here, so that has some Forsworn sentries in it. Lots of random encounters here, still no spirit tutors. Creating a Shaman of the Cosmos, that sounds interesting. Yeah, it does sound very magey. So I think Anai was onto something when he created this Triumvirate Mage Archetypes mod, where mages are all very similar, right? Be it clerics, shadow mages, shamans, it's all just magic, right? But the way that it's interpreted by the character and by the player is really what's most different about the different archetypes. And I think Anai does a good job in Triumvirate, actually distinguishing each archetype from each other. I think a lot of the spells need a second look because they're not perfect. They could be perfect, I think, with a couple of key tweaks. So I think Anai just needs to do another quick pass of Triumvirate. I hope he does at some point. Maybe for Futhark or whatever he's calling that the new brand of mods that he's putting out. Okay, looks like we got another wandering warrior here. Oh no, that's he's gonna find my horse. Run away, Felia. Oh my god, he ran right at me.
The Forsworn will reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Okay. Luckily I didn't alert the others. Encumbrance is fine for now, but after this we're gonna need to... I don't need to clear the whole mine, I just need to clear the sentries out. Okay, it looks like some enchanted arrows on that bridge over there. You can see it kind of glowing in the shadowy silhouette. So that's an archer with enchanted arrows. We took care of the one in front of the house. I think there's one up there by the entrance to the mine. There's the one on the bridge here. Oh my god, he found me. Like, what the hell happened? It was fine until it just wasn't out of nowhere. He just saw me. Don't know what the hell happened. Well, at least he didn't have a chance to shoot his magic arrows at me. That would have made things more difficult. Now I wonder how my Necro would fare with Triumvirate instead of Forgotten Magic redone. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for Triumvirate to kind of compete with FMR. You're probably better off with FMR, I'm guessing. There's a lot more synergy, like actually explicit synergy between all of the spells with FMR. It ends up stronger for sure. I think that the spells in Triumvirate are more novel. They enable certain gameplay mechanics that you don't get in vanilla Odin Apocalypse or even FMR. FMR, it goes deep, right? It has the perk point system. It has a lot of synergies with the spells in its own mod. But it doesn't really do a whole lot of new things as far as enabling things in gameplay that you couldn't do before. It makes it stronger. It makes it so you can do more, but it doesn't really add anything new, right? The perks are, you know, do this to make this stronger, do this to make this stronger. Whereas in Triumvirate, you get stuff like, you know, Nightblade, that adds stuff that just hasn't been seen before. Things like the druid form that you get that adds another transformation via just a spell call is awesome. But if you're going for like a well-defined, you know, build that you have in your head, FMR is a little easier to plot out, I think. Especially if you have experience with it. I don't know. I'm just kind of letting the diarrhea fall out of my mouth here, so to speak. Yeah, 10 abilities for 36 spells. You can pick 5 each. Yep. Did I see your message? The one, okay, my certain build is the Crimson Void Battle Mage, which is a vampiric battle mage that uses both blood and void magics. That sounds really awesome. I've actually been thinking about a Hemomancy Nightblade-like character. Somebody who fights with a knife and Hemomancy spells, and that would be to mainly explore the sacrosanct Hemomancy aspects. And I think adding a dagger into the mix is a good way, like through spell scribe and stuff, to explore synergies through melee combat and how to trigger the Hemomancy spells that way. But no, it sounds like an awesome concept. Should be a lot of fun. Let me know how that goes. Would be nice if Modder from FMR would do master spells. Yeah, that would be interesting, huh? That's what I did. I had an idea, and also since I fixed the Bone Collector perk since it desperately needed it. Oh, how'd you fix it, by the way? I saw that you were using Bone Collector and it was acting in ways that I wasn't familiar with, so I'm assuming that's how you fixed it? I'm interested to see what, like, specifically you changed about it. Yeah, the skeleton minion build is something that has always been interesting to me, but I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. Locoon the Sage is not open for business, huh? Yeah, I actually have used it in playthroughs that I haven't made public. So I have experimented with it a little bit.
We are creatures of the desert. The north wind
but yeah, the
chills us to
vampire
the bones.
build is going to be a big one, right? And I'm trying to get geared up for that, and I kind of want to get the basics out of the way before I go for those. I want to do a warrior build and a mage build. The Sacrosanct build, it's going to touch on like the Hemomancy and the human form stuff, but also probably in a separate video I'll do the Vampire Lord form stuff as well. I always grab the ingredients with rare curios installed from the AE content. These are all powerful ingredients. Yeah, just so many builds rattling around in my head of things that I want to do, but I just haven't had time for. Corporal Clean. Welcome, welcome. You think I'd like Sacrilege more? Sacrosanct itself is really hit or miss. I just like the... it just seems wider. I'll have to look at Sacrilege mixed with, or compared to Sacrosanct. I think Sacrosanct just adds more, right? I thought Sacrilege was his more vanilla plus option. I made a patch to lessen the weights, adjust consistency, because Ordinator is kind of garbage with it on its own. Okay, I see. It's very helpful. With Vampire Lord and Werewolf powers, I'm surprised nobody's made a Super Saiyan mod. Yeah, I am surprised about that too. I would imagine somebody's done something like that. I mean, there have been mods that that use the Vampire Lord transformation, but just not as like overtly monstrous, right? It's still more of a human form. It's just kind of different, a little more dramatic. With all the like anime inspired stuff on the Nexus, yeah, I'm surprised nobody's done anything like that, if in fact they have not. These horse hearts are heavy, huh? $23. Let's see, 22. Don't want to sell the Argonian fishing rod. Nothing else I'm gonna buy for 3. Let's see what kind of... Nothing too interesting as far as enchantments go. Alright.
May your road lead you.
Oh, let's see if he's got any black or grand soul gems here.
Take a look.
I do wonder where your vampire lord gets his loincloth from, right? Shango, hey. Welcome, welcome. That's a name I haven't seen, I think. What's your CPU, GPU yeah, I'm running a 4090, RTX 4090, so it's about as good as it's gonna get. And then for CPU, I'm running a 10th gen 10850K. So it was a re-release of the top of the line. It's just, I think, I think it's like 50 megahertz slower than the 10900K. But I have come nowhere near to bottlenecking the CPU. I do have that overclock to just run at the boost all the time. So I'm getting a 4.8 gigahertz on it, on 10 physical cores, 20 threads. Oh, pretty beefy system. I like Simon Rid's mom more than a Nyrim's, since Dureni's spells are built on Simon Rim. Okay. Yeah, that's an age-old debate, right? Simon Rim versus an Nyrim. I prefer a Nyrim, obviously. Otherwise, I'd be running Simon Rim. I've used both of them. They're good. They're both good mods, right? Simon is better for balance, right? But balance is not important to me. As long as it, you know, stays, if it's tough on legendary to start off with, tough but doable to start off with in legendary, and then, you know, maybe I get overpowered somewhere around level 40, I'm completely fine with that. The reason I go with a Nyrim over Simon Rim is because it expands gameplay so much more. It gives, there's a lot more you can do with the Nyrim in terms of build concepts and gameplay and things like that. Just things you couldn't do in vanilla. Simon Rim, you can't do a whole lot more in Simon Rim than you can in vanilla. It's just better balanced. He fixed a lot of the perks. He makes it so more things are useful at more levels. But it's still really a very vanilla experience. And then as far as like his spell packs and stuff, he just added in a lot of stuff from Oblivion and Morrowind and things like that. Apocalypse really expands what you can do. There's no wrong answer, obviously. It's like some people are going to favor the balance more, which I think is why the Simon Rim stuff is more preferred by Wabbajack mod list authors. It also probably is more compatible with a lot of other things, just because it really doesn't change as much as an Nyrim does. So, pick your poison. Hard to go wrong with either one, but that's why I choose an Nyrim. I want something that's going to enable more build concepts, expand gameplay for things that I haven't seen or done before. More novel experiences, more crazy build concepts. For me, I like not being too OP. Yeah, that's probably the main reason to go with Simon Rim over a Nyrim. Man, these people with their mods. Back in my day, we didn't have no creation club, no creation kit, no GTX 4080, no graphics, none of that. We had, what we had is good old classic Elder Scrolls. Yeah, good old-fashioned classic broken Elder Scrolls. BGS does a great job of giving us a base game to play with, and you know, the games usually stand on their own really well for, you know, a good 400 or 500 hours, right? And then the broken stuff starts weighing on you a little bit. That's where mods come in. It's like you first dip into mods because it might give you some cool looking armor and weapons and stuff. But then it's like, oh, I can actually fix this stuff with mods. And then it's like, oh, I can actually add more perks with mods and it actually turns it into like a completely new gameplay experience. And then the addiction happens, right? And the backstory of the vampiric battle mage is that he's the forgotten son of the Count of Skingrad and Cyrodiil from back in the Elder Scrolls. Oh, that's awesome. So we got some timeline merging there and stuff. Did you see my last? Oh yeah, I just saw it. Sorry, it's gonna take me a little while to get there. A lot of people typing in chat. Mixed with gameplay means I'm probably not gonna get to your message right away, but I'll get there. Yeah, like the alchemy and restoration loop. Yeah, that's the Skyrim problem. Sooner or later, modded or not, you will become OP. That's a very good point, and one that I've been a strong proponent of for a while. It's like, yeah, a lot of stuff in an Skyrim is OP, right? But a lot of stuff in the vanilla game is really OP too, and I think somebody mentioned that resto loop there too. Yeah. It's gonna break at some point in terms of, you know, you're gonna get to a point where it's so powerful even on legendary that it's not going to be a challenge, and that's fine, right? There's you get to play God in these games, right? You get to be so overtly powerful, and that's part of like the reward for perking correctly, is becoming so strong that nothing is going to threaten you. In my opinion, it's part of the reward. But with mods, even with Simon Rim, you're gonna get OP at some point. It's just it's going to prolong that feeling of balance for just a little longer. I don't know that there's an RPG out there that stays balanced all the way through. Even in Elden Ring, minus some boss fights and stuff, I felt like I was way stronger at like level 80 or something like that than what most of the game could even threaten me with. Of course, there are some bosses that just have such massive amounts of HP and are so huge that they cover so much ground that they're just going to bum rush you. You're not going to be able to kill them on the way. Okay, this is not good. I am not sure that I'm very well equipped to be able to fight a Spriggan. Those things are tough. So let's see if I can just... I don't have the aspect of the snake, so I don't have the benefit of the boosted sneak there. Oh, but I do have the Ring of Surroundings, which gives me a nice boost to sneak. Let's try to get around onto the Spriggan's flank, and we're gonna try to get a power attack on her. Hopefully the game doesn't redirect my attack to the dead deer. Okay, one shot, one and done. Good. Apparently typing isn't my forte today. It's hard when you're like trying to have a real-time conversation, but you have to type out what you're thinking instead of just saying it. I get it. That's a joy. I find it ridiculous people try to balance things out like this. It's a game, not real. Enjoy for... Yeah, I mean, but... It's fine. I would say that the difficulty in something like Elden Ring or Dark Souls games is more balanced from front to beginning, and that's why people like those games. It stays a challenge through the whole thing. Even though with Elden Ring, I did just say that parts of it got easy. Once you go through New Game Plus, things get very hard again. It's different strokes for different folks, right? In most RPGs, yeah, the goal is to become really strong. I don't know. I just think it's a lot harder to do with Skyrim than it is a lot of other games. I myself particularly am not too interested in balance. Oh, wow. I am going the wrong way here. Oh, no. I should be able to head right after a bit over here. Oh, crap. There's a bear. See that? It's a bear. Ah, crap. I didn't have my shield out. That could have been deadly. So Stormcloaks or Imperials? Did you see my recent post? Let's see. I'm also using Reflect Damage enchantment on my build as a mage. Interesting. So in my experience, I haven't been able to get like a Thorm's effect that is strong enough. I play on legendary difficulty, so that kind of changes things a little bit in terms of being like a tanky character or taking damage at all. It makes it difficult to build around taking damage on legendary difficulty, at least in my experience. Once you get up there to where you reach the level cap, you can take a few hits, but still not many. And for a mage, if you're running unarmored, be interesting to see how that happens. It's like if you have a really strong reflect damage effect, then yeah, I can see that being useful, but otherwise it might be strong. Even in Minecraft, you can be OP. Yeah, indeed. What am I using for enemy mods? No, not much at all. I'm trying to think what I am using. That's part of the balance conversation, right? With enemy mods, it's really easy to get really out of whack. And so I've been trying to tackle that carefully. I've been pinging people about, like, especially Maldorath. He might be lurking here today, or he might be streaming or whatever, but Maldorath has a good setup for his stuff, and it's balanced around like know your enemies, and a couple of different like armor mods, like more punishing wildcat injuries and things like that for difficulty. I'm running a pretty cut and dry legendary difficulty right now. And right now it's a really good experience at low to mid level, an experience that I really like. So adding too much in too fast is going to kind of break that new game experience, that young character experience that I'm really enjoying right now. So whatever difficulty mods I add in, I got to do it carefully, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So Stormcloak, oh, you're trying to be contentious here, Magus, huh? Balance versus gameplay, OP or not OP, Stormcloaks versus Imperials. Let's all just punch each other in the face over and over again and get it over with, huh? You travel these fires of fire. You travel through these fires of fire, being shaped and molded into the man that you're meant to be. But every choice you make will decide which path you go down in life. So too is the paths of life. Good stuff. As you shape your path, so too does the path shape you. Something like that. If I get hit, I'm reflecting 100% damage against attackers. And you're trying to avoid being OP with Simon's mods? With something like that? Also using the Humble Beginnings mod. Nice. Okay. Just being a dick. We all know it's Stormcloaks. Here we go. You're either a Stormcloak or you just don't know it yet. Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, we all know we all know Magus's games. Okay, here we are. Dead Crone Rock. Let's park Philia over here. All right. Who's trying to fight me? There's that one sentry out in the beginning of, out in the entrance of this tower here. I lean Imperial myself. And we've had this debate before, right? I definitely see the points of both. What the hell are you going for? Oh, there's a bear right there. Okay. We'll let them figure this out. Wow, that bear just decimated that Forsworn. That was amazing. And now are you going after Ophelia, or is there a fox over there or something? Who the hell is seeing me? That bear is on a rampage. Oh my god. All right, Ophelia, sorry. I don't mean to lead him over here. Okay. Maybe he's not interested in the horse. Oh, he's way more interested in me, which he doesn't even see, than the horse, which is just standing there looking at him like he's an idiot. God, just one swipe, he just totally deleted that Forsworn. It was amazing. Also using Humble Beginnings mod. I haven't used that one yet. I'm using Classic Classes and Burst Signs Reimagined along with Skyrim Unbound. Those are two mainstays in my load order. Classic Classes and Burst Signs Reimagined can add some strength at the beginning, but it also does a really good job of directing you in a certain direction for a build. It really has a lot of positive reinforcement to get you to spec in certain ways, which is why I like it. It helps you to stick to your plan from the very beginning and not just fall into that sneak archer vortex. Has anybody tried Conquest of Skyrim yet? I have not. Don't send your horse flying this time. I'll try not to. Oh my god! Jeez Louise! That scared the bejesus out of me. I thought I was safe. Whew. I blame you guys for that one. I'm over here reading chat, and this bear just comes out of nowhere and sniffs the top of my head. Yeah, that was your fault for distracting me. If I'm being honest, Elven supremacy is the only truth. Oh my goodness. Mag is just trying to be controversial now. Magus has been around the block enough times that he knows exactly what buttons to push for Skyrim nerds everywhere. Triggering Skyrim nerds all over the place. When you look up and burr right there, yep, indeed. I appreciate animals being so dangerous in Skyrim. In D&D, very quickly, a bear or tiger becomes useless. Ah, okay. D&D is also something. All right, so I think what's going on here is this Visions of Opportunity spell that's a Triumvirate Shaman spell that weakens enemy at, like, it lessens armor and magic resistance. Every time it triggers, I think it... Geez, how much longer does this... is this effective for? 28 seconds. So I got another 28 seconds of re-triggering detection on this bear. All right. Hopefully I can stay alive that long. Agus's existence is controversial since 2011. That's all right. You do you, buddy. Whoa. Okay, I thought he was right there again. All right. Whew. Jumpy. What's the alternate start mod? Skyrim Unbound. Skyrim Unbound gives you an MCM menu if you're on PC. I think it actually also works for Xbox as well. It just doesn't give you as fine-grained control over your start. But let's see, Skyrim Unbound here. It starts you off in the character creation menu instead of in the, or actually it'll start you off at the start screen, right? It doesn't start you off in the carriage like you do for the vanilla start. It'll start you off at just the start screen and it stays there. So it's like you're kind of overlooking Helgen, and it just stays there. And then when you go to the MCN menu, you go to core settings, you go to, you set up all the starting spells that you want, whether or not you want dragons. I always do a level delay, so at level 30 they show up at word walls, and then at level 40 I have it set to they start attacking randomly, and then as soon as you kill your first dragon, absorb your first dragon soul, then that's when the main quest starts off. Until then, you get to start as a non-Dragonborn. You can play as a non-Dragonborn throughout the entire game and never do the main quest line, which is kind of awesome to have that option, in my opinion. Not everybody agrees, Magus. But then you have starting location. You can even specify the game time, the specific, you can start in an inn, you can start at a camp, you can start out in the wilderness. And then you can start, like, it allows you to choose different wilderness points to start at. And also your gear. You get to choose your starting gear as well. I use classic classes in Burst Signs Reimagined, which gives you a configuration book that when you read it, it allows you to choose your starting class, be it custom or something pre-built. So I always start with spells completely disabled for Unbound, because classic classes and Burst Signs Reimagined will give you those starting spells for whatever class you chose. So it's fun to play around with. It gives you more fine-grained control over your start. It also allows a random start, which can also apply to your Dragonborn status. You may or may not be Dragonborn when you start, and you won't know, which is a really fun way to play the game. If you don't have a build or a character concept in mind, you just want to play. The game will give you the tools to start a new play without an idea in your mind, and then it'll start giving you ideas as you play. Which I know there are several people in the Skyrim communities that I'm part of that do like to play that way, and I've done plenty of characters that way as well. So if your Skyrim experience is getting a little dry, that's a fun way to do it. God, I really hope that bear doesn't come back. But I do want to loot this Forsworn body and get his spirit under my ritual pool here. Nothing worth it there. Okay, let's re-up. Our Phantom Shroud there. If I'm being honest, Sijic omnipotency is all the way. Oh, okay. So now we're going to get into a debate about who is the most OP type of character in the game. I think it is hard to beat Sijic omnipotence, or omnipotence in general. They can kind of float around on their Isle of Artaeum there and just kind of poke their head in when absolutely necessary. Is that an enchanted helmet or just a helmet? I think it's just a helmet. Yeah, no need for that. Okay, let's take this slow and steady here. Let's try to pick off the stragglers first, the people at the outsides of the encampment. Boy, if I had predator vision right now, that would be very helpful. I see you. Hopefully I don't trigger her immediately. Love the elven races, except Bosmer. Fuck the Bosmer. Hope everybody knows I'm just poking fun. Yeah, no. I get it. Because fuck non-Dragonborn characters. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is limiting, right? I get your point on that. It's like, why would you just take away all that power and all that? It's a huge tool in a toolkit, right? To be able to use shouts. So for build wise, there's like not many reasons to not be Dragonborn, but I think in terms of roleplay, it does enable a lack of urgency in the playthrough. It does help you just kind of slow down and smell the roses a little bit when you don't have an impending apocalypse every 5 minutes that you have to try to address. May not be everybody's brand of roleplay that they're drawn to, but for me it was very enjoyable for a hot minute. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they could have done more with the Sijiks. I feel like they could have done more with the Bard's College. They could have done more with the College of Winterhold. At the end of the day, they have a deadline like any other studio. Gotta earn their keep at some point. Actually release a video game that the studio can sell. And with the breadth of ambition and things that they try to do with these games, it's understandable that they have to cut some things short. You may not like it, but at least you can understand why. Oh, there's that bear again. I hear him. That bear is just wreaking havoc. Oh, there he is. I see him. Very, very slowly. Oh, killed a goat. Okay. Thought that was another Forsworn. How's my encumbrance? Doing okay. Yeah, Dead Crone Rock. This is a very long and winding dungeon, right? That is not what I wanted to do. All right, well, that might work out to my advantage anyway.
Over here.
Just let them be destroyed by their former comrades. Wow, really?
I'll gladly keep you myself.
Oh boy, all right, he came right at me. Wasn't detected, but he ran headfirst into me because that stupid mage. Your character is the Revenant, haunted by a bear. Yes, indeed. That was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed The Revenant. Kind of a very simple plot line and everything, but very compelling. Nonetheless. Let's see if I can get away with murder here. Dead and dead. Sneak increase, I'll take that. Hell yeah. Bow before him or be executed. Pretty much. If you watched any of Magus's Lich streams. By the way, plugging Magus's channel here. The link to his Twitch channel is in the description. He's been killing it over on Twitch. He's been getting a lot of viewership. He grew from a very small channel, humble beginnings on YouTube. moved over to Switch, moved back to YouTube for a little while, moved back to Twitch, and has been really killing it lately. So, if you're having fun here, you're going to see a lot of the usual suspects over in his Twitch chat. I haven't been able to make as many streams as I'd like to. I've just been busy at work and stuff. But I've been going a little more recently. And his Lich playthroughs are always awesome, and they're very talk about becoming OP. He's got his Lich playthroughs down to a science. Both an art and a science, but he's got that thing refined to where it is very strong, very fun to watch, and it looks like it's very fun to play. So, if that sounds entertaining to you, I would highly recommend his channel. Just follow the link in the description below. Leave him a follow, and he does stream fairly regularly, so chances are, if you're bored and you're wanting to hang out with somebody, watch some Skyrim, that he might be online playing. You also learn a lot from him too. He's it's like, I've played Skyrim a lot, right? I've played since 2011. I have thousands and thousands of hours in this game, but it does not compare to the hours that Magus has spent in this game. You can always learn something from one of his streams, and he's always happy to answer questions, help you out with mod problems or whatever. He is a real boon to the Skyrim nerd community, that's for sure. He's a little evil, but he's mostly a good guy. He's evil, but he's friendly evil. So it's okay. Don't be too afraid of him. Be a little afraid of him. Don't be too afraid of him. Just really hang on to your soul really tightly whenever you're around him, and you should be fine. Cover up your neck too. He likes to play vampires. No, I'm evil, but thanks for the vote of confidence. Yeah, sure. Watching that Lichdom playthrough as well. Nice. You seem to like necromancy for some reason. Yep. Making brown sugared ham with egg sandwich. Oh, that sounds amazing. There you go. Making me hungry. I got some leftover pizza. Got a couple slices of pizza to eat when I'm done with the stream here. Yeah, I'm not an ESO guy either. Something about those MMOs just... They got an MMO online stank to them that I just don't... I tried even playing like Fallout 76 for 10 hours on 2 separate occasions, and that had the online stank all over it too. I am enjoying Diablo 4 though, and that is technically an MMO, but it still plays like Diablo. It's got some rubber banding on it, but other than that, I pretty much just solo everything. I kind of like the Hunterborn tchotchkes and like jewelry and stuff that you can make that give you some cool enchantments. This bone amulet of the long night, you can craft that from, I think, like a small animal bone and a leather strip once you get to a certain level of scrimshaw in the mod, and it gives you a night eye effect. And I think that's just a very shamanistic way of handling it. Just making these little enchanted items out of like bones and stuff that give you certain effects in the game. That is a shaman ass shaman move right there. Yeah, there's a troll in the tent. I'll try not to trigger the troll, but I do want to kill the Briarheart. The Briarheart actually poses more of a threat than the troll does. Sent the guy's weapon flying in the air. I think I have this enchantment already, but I'm going to take it just in case. Hopefully I can one-shot this troll. I do not want to take him on in open combat. Okay, perfect. Yeah, with the spectral effect on the Phantom Shroud, it doesn't get broken by Ghost Walk, so it's like a really cool combo. Yeah, you get the ghost effect from Ghost Walk, you get the ghost effect from Phantom Shroud, and it all just works perfectly together. Very cool. Like it a lot. Still looking for Phantom Armor, though. I was able to find Phantom Shroud organically on an enemy without having to console it in. I was considering doing that just to like get it into the build sooner rather than later, so I can start playing with it and figure out what I like, where I wanted to go with it, try to figure out synergies and stuff. Phantom Armor I have not come across yet. There are some mage characters in this encampment that may have Forgotten Magic homes on them. I haven't found one yet. But yeah, Phantom Armor is still the main one I'm looking for. May have to console that in at some point. I should have taken on the aspect of the snake before I started this infiltration here, but I'll do that before I go upstairs anyway. Forager probably going to take a power attack. Better safe than sorry. Used to play MMO, do like Diablo 3. I like playing the mage though. Yeah, Diablo 3 you could actually play single player offline as well. It would download updates all the time, but you could still play that in an offline form. I think on console anyway. PC might have been online all the time, but you still need to matchmake to get people in your game. In Diablo 4, people are just running around. At least you go until you go into an instance dungeon, and then you can take care of it yourself. Which is what I like. I don't mind having people running around as long as, you know, I can get rid of them if I want. Not exactly a social butterfly. Oh. Okay. I always forget about it. 100% of the time. I've been through this hundreds of times. Oh, that decimated my ward immediately, didn't it? God damn it. What a pain. Oh, just a similar name then, I guess? Magus? Could probably be a troll farmer with just one troll. Infinite pelts, infinite meat. Oh, because of the regeneration? That would be cool. Want to see your Enderall Lich playthrough. Oh, nice. I love entropy spells, but I want to see Sinistrope side now too. What's EMB? That answers that question, huh? The same name? Coincidence? Well, they were probably getting the name from the same source, I'm guessing. May the dead rise and follow me into the gates of oblivion and the deepest parts of the mind of my foes. Haha. Evil, I like it. There's an author on Nexus with the same name who makes nice EMB presets and tools. Well, there you go. Change my name. Oh, no, I don't think you have to worry about it. If you like the name Katsuni, I think you can keep it. I don't think you're stepping on anybody's toes. Probably just had a similar inspiration. Alchemy, I'll gladly take the progression there. Ouch. That really hurt. Glass Dagger of Debilitation does 22 points of stamina damage. That might be a useful enchantment. And I'm still using the Hide Boots of Luck there. Still have not found something worth switching out for. That enchantment is just too good. Maybe I can apply it to another pair of boots. Let's see. This is the one that opened up, right? Oh, yeah, and I also did want to take on the aspect of the snake for this next stretch here too. So, gotta pray. Snake. I like the hissing noise that it makes when you take that on. Karn's just toasty. Indeed, I am. Especially if you've seen my Scorpion build. That is very toasty. Entropy stream. What mod does that come from? Briar Heart. Watch your ankles. Oh, I was thinking Bloodthorn was up here. I think it's actually, it's at that redoubt, like the Deep Valley redoubt or something over here. Got them mixed up. Got my Forsworn encampments mixed up. It happens. Take that Grand Soul Gem, though. That is worth the dungeon dive, though, just for that one. Oh, and there's also the Predator's Grace in that same area over there, too. It's a great little dungeon dive for a sneaky character. Sneaky dagger character, specifically. Okay, here we go. Kind of afraid just to blast through the rest of this stuff without sneaking, but I think I've at least thinned the herd enough that I can take on whoever else might want some. Hag's End is where the Bloodthorn is. Yes, thank you, thank you. Good call, good call. Wait, just looking Diablo 3 didn't know that you could make a monk character. Yeah, monk character is one of my favorites in that game. I hope they eventually bring it into Diablo 4, but right now Diablo 4 really needs a heavy armor sword and board class. Right now it has all these cool looking shields, but the only class that can use them is the Necromancer. And the Necromancer, through its minions and its like Infinimist and its corpse explosion, it doesn't really need the shield. It's just kind of there so that they had somebody give the shield to. The Paladin class in Diablo 3 was awesome. It had a lot of really cool shield stuff in it, and the just heavy plate armor looked really awesome on that character. Not even the Barbarian can use a shield in Diablo 4. Now they do have like the Spiritborn, I think. Yeah, as soon as I don't sneak, that's when we start getting the stragglers here. Like somebody using an Eldritch Blast or a Witch Bolt there.
Come and face the Forsworn.
I like it. I approve.
This is the end. You won't live to see tomorrow.
Wow, they're really going after me. Really fight the people who pose more of a clear and present danger to you. Quick work at him. Yeah, the new class, I don't know that I think they've announced it. They just haven't showed it or teased it yet at all. They just said it would be the Spiritborn class. I have no idea what that means yet. We'll see. Maybe it'll play a lot like the Steger here. But yeah, it desperately needs another warrior class. But I would like to see a monk there as well. Unarmed play is really cool. I used it was like a spirit palm or something that it did, where it just had this huge hand that would like blast out in front of the character. It was really awesome. Enjoyed that class a lot. It might have been a class that was added through DLC or an expansion at some point, which is why you don't remember it. But I didn't pick up Diablo 3 until the Ultimate Evil edition came out for PlayStation 3. And it already had included an expansion or two with it. I'd have to replay the game. As I said, it's been a few years since I've properly played it. Sure, AI did a fantastic job and brought some Enderall armors into Skyrim. Okay, yeah. You're talking about Enderall. The Nemesis armor, in particular, there was a couple more, but yeah, I made a whole build based off of that Nemesis armor. It's a really cool set. Okay. We are done. Where is Philia, by the way? I think I left her. Oh, yeah, there she is. Philia is our horse. Gravekeeper monk character is my go-to character class. Yeah, you like the dart mage or the unarmed builds? A monk unarmed build is something that I really want to do. I had a nice long run with a Khajiit monk that I called the Moon Monk. I actually had to restart the playthrough at some point. But I would like to do a monk build for my channel at some point. It's an interesting concept, especially with Ordinator. Unarmed attacks can get really strong. It's the defense that becomes an issue. With my Moon Monk, I used a mod called Advanced Unarmed Combat, which actually Belisarius used in his last build too. When he was trying to do the Batman Bane build. Say that 10 times fast. In Skyrim. But the block bash with that mod, along with the Ordinator patches, Shrine of Mara in a grave here. Shallow one too. Nothing good there though. Still interesting. Yeah, unarmed combat along with Advanced unarmed combat along with the Ordinator patch, that block bash just became super powerful. It was like a super quick little jab that caused a stagger. So you could open up combat with that. You just hold on to block so you're protected against any kind of attacks. And then you use a block bash which is basically the fastest attack in the entire game. Use that in between your enemies' attacks when you find an opening, and then it causes a stagger, and then you can just go in for a power attack. Enemies didn't last long, that's for sure. Talking about getting OP, that character got really OP. I was two-shotting dragons, and it basically you shout them out of the sky with Dragon Bane. You run up and bash them, because bashing has a tremendous effect on large characters. You wouldn't think that it would, but dragons, giants are all very susceptible to bashing because they have a lot of long windups on their attacks, and bashing is so quick that you get a stagger pretty consistently. All right, so heading back to Falkreath now. Hopefully we can find a spirit tutor on the way, maybe. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, stand right. So Falkreath, there's Maik, so that's one opportunity at a spirit tutor, and Faldris. Two opportunities as a spirit tutor that we've missed there. They'll proc at some point. Yeah, heading back to Falkreath, we're going to find the third and final piece to Mehrunes Razor. Only got about 30 minutes left in my stream here, so hopefully we can get this stuff done in the meantime. Maybe, maybe not. Ooh, Felia just leveled up with convenient horses. Another old orc. Definitely, I don't think I need to fight the orc again. We need to hurry up and get to Falkreath, but I'm definitely going to take the opportunity to harvest these saber cats. Maybe get a strange cat claw while I'm at it. I need one of those pink moon amulets that gives more ingredients when you harvest. Ebony Boots of Illusion move 12% faster. That's helpful. Definitely going to disenchant that when I get to a safe space. Oh my god, there's so much of it. Jewelry's really light, not worth... Juice ain't worth the squeeze there. All this stuff can go in though. Couldn't find any information to see what characters are actually there, but it seems like you're likely going to get a couple. I'm gonna say barbarian class, but you just answered my question. Yeah, no shields on the barbarian, but he does. The barbarian's cool. I do have a level, I want to say like 59 barbarian in Diablo 4. He was my season 1 character. Cool class. Takes a lot of time to get going. But once you start finding legendaries and stuff, he has what's called the arsenal. So he's able to carry just a ton of weapons on him. At any one time, he has like a warhammer, a two-handed sword / axe / spear. So a two-handed weapon. And then he dual wields weapons, and he gets all the legendary effects from all of those at all times. So the barbarian starts weak, but once you start finding legendary weapons with a lot of strong effects on them, he gets really strong. Do also need a strange wolf claw. I have the strange bear claw. I need a strange wolf claw and a strange cat claw. There is a deer mod for Halloween, and it's called Hollowjack. It imitates the Indrix? Well, I don't know about those. Oh, it's a mount as well? That sounds cool. Predis staves? I've never heard of that one. I'll have to look it up. Actually, let's just look it up now. I'll do a quick save while I'm at it. Oh, wrong one. Oh, farts of Skyrim. I still need to integrate that in my next profile, for sure. Right, boom. Predis? Huh. Not on Nexus, unless you misspelled it. E-R-E-A-D-Y-S staves. It doesn't show up. Goodbye and see you around if you disappear. Okay. Enjoy your tea. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend there, James. Indrix are the mounts from Adric god Kane that can wreak havoc. Oh, nice. Sounds awesome. Talk to you later, Karn. Very happy. Subscribe to your channel. Take care. Godspeed. Okay, take care of yourself, P. Miller, the poemer. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you around, okay? See if we can get to Falkreath and find the last piece of Mehrunes razor before I stop. I'm actually getting pretty hungry though, so I'm gonna take a quick, I don't know, 2-minute break. I'm gonna grab some food. I'll be right back, okay? Oh, AED. Okay, I'll look it up when I get back. All right, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Had to house some leftover pumpkin pie. Get that blood sugar back up. Tea is a term for dinner. Okay, that does sound familiar. You are our resident UK, you and, Tom Mole, both from UK. All right. Think my wife's out getting a facial? Not that kind of facial, you dirty bastards. So I think I can stream a little bit longer if I have to. I really want to get through this Mehrunes Dagon quest line, just so we have kind of like a hard ending point for the stream, you know? I like putting a nice little bow on things. Every story has a beginning, middle, and an end. Paradis Staves AIO. Okay, I'll look that up once I get to a stopping point here. I am interested in stave or staff mods. It's something that Bethesda didn't do a whole lot of justice for in the vanilla game. You have some decent staves. The unique ones like the Staff of Magnus is a really good one. The Sanguine Rose is a good one. There are some added by the Creation Club that are really good. But for the most part, like, vanilla staves are just kind of underwhelming. You can pump them up a little bit with Fortify Destruction spells, or Fortify Destruction potions. But in order for like destruction staves to be even viable on high difficulty levels or at high levels in the game against higher level enemies, you really need to spec into alchemy for that. I do actually have a, is that Daneland? No, that's Stormcloak Soldier. I do actually have a staff build, a staff and shield build that was actually very viable. It was very strong on legendary difficulty at high levels. That was called the Astrologer, I think, or Astronomer? Astrologer? It was based off of the mage class from Elden Ring. It came out really well. I really liked it. But yeah, alchemy is kind of a hard requirement if you want a staff build, in my opinion. All right, here we are at Half Moon Mill. We need to go almost all the way to Falkreath, but we need to look for a path off to the right. Praetus Staves has particle effects along with better textures for current staves and puts in a new destruction stave. Oh, awesome. What do we got? Oh, this is an assassin? Oh, wow. Now he's gonna bleed out. Yeah, the bleed effect from daggers is really strong with Ordinator, especially when you start putting perks into the bleed effect. Daggers and Ordinator are very effective. They take some time to get going, some perk investment to get going, but they're all about, you know, quick slashing attacks and then stacking up that bleed damage really high and this watching the character's life bar just disappear. And the attacks are really quick too, so it helps in fights to be able to beat out opponents' attacks. You're gonna land them a lot quicker than they are. Okay, we got stone formation here. This might lead us to Crack Tusk Keep. I don't know. We'll see. Let's try it. The Falkreath Forest area, especially southwest, west of the Falkreath area, is still kind of a mystery to me. I get lost here all the time. It's easy to do. Need to go this way, I think. This Banner Mist Tower, I think. Falkreath Watchtower, okay. Greatest Staves, okay. I've also added Conduit. Might want to look that mod up as well. Okay, yeah, I will do that. Very shortly here. Gotta get back on track to where I was going. This does not seem to be the road that I want to take. So we'll continue our journey toward Falkreath. Goes along Ilinalta. Low Fox. Keep an eye out for roads going off to the right here. Just a hunter. Okay. He's not mad at me, so that's good. Spriggan's over there in that little hovel or whatever that's called. I don't know. This looks like a clearing between the mountains and the forest, so just go this way. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is Crack Tusk. Are those wolves? That's a deer over there. Is he running away from something? It's a moose or an Irish elk. Okay, I think I still have the aspect of the snake hooked up here. Aspect of the snake indeed. Okay, we're gonna need that. 8 a.m., but we do have some cloud cover and some fog, so we should be okay here. Orcs. I really don't want to take on a horde of orcs in open combat here. I got the E and the A mixed up. There we go. But we had it. There's an apostrophe in there. Here's the staff one. Overhaul the night sky, master and segunda moons. Oh, okay. That's the sky. Amulet replay. Pretty staves. A-I-O. E-I-E-I-O. Oh, I think I've seen people using this before. These are very interesting looking. Very cool animated effect. They might not be compatible with the equipment overhaul I'm using. Trying to remember what that's called. Oh, all good, all geared up. Derivative. It tends to have issues with animated weapons displaying properly. Oh, these are cool. I like these. That's a fierce looking bear. That bear is almost the size of that mammoth. Mods make things crazy, man. Very cool looking. Very, very cool looking. What was that other one? Gone very silent in chat, besides. Yeah, no, usually when it gets to the end here, I feel like I can hold people's attention for about 2.5 hours. That's why I usually only stream for 3. people start lurking, or they go off and do other things, or they watch me play Skyrim and they get inspired to play their own, which is fine. Conduit, that's the one. Thank ya. A lot of different conduits here. Short-term weapon infusion. When holding a weapon in one hand and a spell in the other, you're able to temporarily conduct the spell through that weapon. Different categories of spell make the weapon do different things. This effect will overlay on top of the normal enchants that does include additional weapon effects that will overlay too. It even works on bound weapons. Oh, cool. So this is like a spell sword flavor type thing. Yeah, I usually just use the spell scribe perk in Ordinator, but if you are using Simon Rim, then this gives you, this is something that Ordinator kind of does with some perks. This is kind of why I prefer Ordinator over Simon Rim, but if you're running Simon Rim, you put this on top of it, it kind of gives you similar mechanic. The spell scribe perk in Ordinator works by basically you dual wield the spell, you charge it up, and then you launch the spell scribe power, and that hooks up that spell to power attacks with a melee weapon, or with unarmed works too. Whenever you do a power attack, then that spell will trigger, which makes for some very interesting combos and attacks and build ideas and stuff. Why can't I grab those mushrooms? Okay. Let's see if I can sneak up on this sentry here. Oh, they're going after that rabbit. I know I can make that jump. I've done it before. There we go. Really? That one little rabbit is giving you all this problem, all this trouble? All right.
For blood, for glory.
I am the avenger of rabbits everywhere. Don't tell Magus. That guy hates rabbits.
Fight. Another fight. Get him. Kill him. I'm staying out of this. This should be good.
God, that guy's a terrible shot. He shot like 30 arrows at that rabbit, couldn't hit it. Now he's shooting at these spirit guys, can't hit them.
Wait. Come on. Gonna rip you open.
And you call yourself a hunter.
I beg for your miserable life. Rain your God for mercy.
You're a fool. Oh well, must have run off.
Kill them all? Okay, no, I think combat just ended because detection reset. Okay. Let's wait for them to come back. Maybe we'll do some ghost walk here. Be able to retain our height advantage. After we kill this poor hunter. He's facing the wrong way. Saw two people running past the gates there. No idea what they were running to or from. Oh, I did not want to sit down. What the hell?
Real art. No rough stuff. Just take it and go. Don't sound like much fun.
Okay. Ooh, there's a strange brew. I need that for the Hunterborn quest line. Nobody tell Magus about the Rabbit Folk mod. Uh-oh.
I'm warning you.
I kind of feel like the Wind actually did a Rabbit Folk playthrough.
That's close enough.
Is it? I think now that's close enough. Who ran by? Oh, see you, mate. Okay, James, you taking off now? Enjoy your dinner / tea. It was good seeing you. Good talking with you again. Okay, so the blade of Mayrunes, I think it's the blade part, is what they're holding down there in that cellar. I want to kind of clear out the place first. Just because, you know, killing stuff in video games is one of my favorite pastimes.
Never enough gold. Just need one good haul.
Okay, well that went pretty well, I think. A third strange brew, don't mind if I do, I will need 3 of them. The strange brew allows you to have visions about where the next sort of relic is, the next artifact is that you have to find in the Hunterborn quest line to get to the end of it. Despotism, huh? And encumbrance is still good. Imagine walking in here with all the elemental skeleton mages. Ew. That would be cool. That would be really cool. I tend to gravitate less toward like minion builds though. That's what I did with my druid build. That's like the ultimate minion, well maybe not the ultimate minion build, but the ultimate non-necromancer minion build would be the druid. That guy was able to have like lots of minions at any one time because the triumvirate summons, the triumvirate animal summons, they do not count towards your summon count. So you can cast those on top of whatever else you have summoned. The only downside is you have to channel them, but yeah, you can have like a lot of pets and then channel those on top of them, and there's just minions everywhere. But it's a very hands-off approach to gameplay, and I tend to like to have more direct control over combat. It's fun to set that stuff up, to like get a minion build that actually works, and the fun is in getting the perks and the spells and everything set up and finding the synergies to where it becomes stronger and stronger. Not so much in just the gameplay part of things. It becomes very hands-off, and I kind of like to be hands-on with this stuff. So I do a lot of melee builds, a lot of combat archery builds, a lot of active mage builds, things like that. With Conduit, the fire infusion unleashes a fire tornado. I don't know if you've seen this earlier comment. Oh no, I haven't. That's awesome. So it actually has unique effects that go out. It's not just whatever the spell in the one hand does. So that is that does differentiate it from the spell scribe perk a little bit in Ordinator. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. shards. The shards of Mehrunes Razor. Okay, so that's the last piece. Now we just have to make our way back to Dawnstar. See how fast we can get there on Philia, our trusty steed. Or mare, I guess. Okay, where did I leave Philia? Guess I could just use the horse whistle. Also added Zin's elemental cloaks. I'd also recommend this cloak mod if you want to check it out. Okay, I'll check that out in just a second here. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a new mod profile soon. Ooh, Chrome Protection Alert. Oh, geez. Hopefully that goes away at some point soon. Philia, where are you? There she is. Okay, and I also do want to switch back to the bear aspect for traveling, just in case I get ambushed or waylaid. Up to 186.4%. Oh yeah, I want to see what the dragon aspect does. Did a quick save there. Let's do a quick pray. Amethyst is fine. Dragon. That will drain favor very quickly, but aspect of the dragon. The dragon improves all skilled by 37% based on favor with the animal gods, I guess. Okay, 37%. That's nuts. That's really, really strong. All skills by 37%. All right, it's worth it. Definitely worth it for like boss fights and things like that. Tough enemies. Let me see if I can kill this damn pop-up, which is not going anywhere. Pretty sure I told it not to show me again like 17 times already, but they really want you to buy stuff from them. Zin's elemental cloaks. Reworked elemental cloak spells, is this the one? Simple replacer for elemental cloaks. Replaces 3 elemental cloaks with different visuals. Okay, so it doesn't actually do any gameplay stuff. Whirlwind cloak replacer has been added as a... Okay, cool. Wow, they look really cool though. They look really cool. Awesome. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm doing a new mod profile soon. Probably start working on it this week. For my warrior let's play, he won't be using any cloak spells or anything, but I will definitely take a look at these. I'm going to be adding the HDT SMP physics framework mod this time around. That should open up a lot of different armors that I haven't been able to use for a while because I haven't had that installed. I really want to get the resplendent armor in for my warrior because I like the way that the cloth and stuff flows on it. It's really cool looking armor. But I gotta get HDT up and working for that. I don't really care about the bouncing body parts or anything. I just want like the flowing cloaks on the on the armors and stuff to work. Also be able to use the BDOR stuff, which is cool. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. This will take me very far out of the way. If I go this way, I can go back up through Riverwood. Keep going past Whiterun. Left at the fork, all the way back up to Dawnstar. All right, let's do that. You should do a pure mage build. Yes, I will do that. That is the next one on the list after the warrior build, doing pure mage. And I've been kicking around in my head too, like, so in Ordinator, I really don't want to level up yet because I have unused training points. Ordinator has very big, wide subtrees for each element. So I'm wondering if I want to do like a sort of jack of all trades mage that can alternate between different elements at will, kind of like what's her name in the Castlevania anime series, where she's able to use fire and ice all the time, and then she whips out the lightning, the electricity power when she needs a little more oomph. Or if I just want to focus on the lightning element, because far less enemies are actually immune or resistant to lightning. Am I going the right way? I feel I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way. So it makes more sense if you're going to focus on one element to focus on electricity.
What was that? Looky here. Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
Another assassin. 2 assassins on this road, huh?
Like an old woman. Good enough.
Well, those orc hunters were stronger coming from my spirit summons than they were on their own when they were alive, I think. Took care of that assassin, no problem. Those assassins are usually pretty tough, too. Especially at lower levels, but... Mora Tapanella is a moneymaker. Mix that with Dragon's Tongue and Fly Amanita, and you got yourself a very valuable potion, either for selling.
You're as good as dead.
Either for selling or, well, mostly for selling, but also for progressing your alchemy skill as well. So I'm always going to stop and pick up Dragon's Tongue, Fly Amanita, and Mora Tapanella as I see them. Worth stopping for. Did a comment get deleted? I didn't see anything get deleted. Oh, but my chat is set to top chat instead of chronological. Let me get that set. It didn't change the order at all. Oh, looks like we're dropping frames again here. Sorry, folks. It's been a rough day for the YouTube ingest servers, I guess. Tooney's Dragon Shout message. I deleted my previous comment because it was spelled horribly. Okay, no problem. I can't always let that lie either. Get a little anal retentive about it. Dragon Shouting requires magic, so if you use storm spells or the Staff of Magnus to deplete their magic reserves, they're forced to land and physically hit you. Yes, that is true. They require magic to both fly. So lightning magic is good against dragons. Dragons. Okay, basically made it to Riverwood now. That's good. Now, once we get turned north, it's a pretty straight shot to Dawnstar. Wow, dropping all kinds of frames now. This is crazy. Why am I dropping so many frames? Purple clean. You're bored? Play some Skyrim, man. Hey, Mr. B, welcome, welcome. Sorry about the dropped frames, everybody. Connection's really hurting right now. It was absolutely perfect for a couple months, and now all of a sudden, connection is trash. Don't know why. Everybody's doing online shopping, I guess, for the holidays. Love to Unleashing Stormcall right after Alduin shouts his version. Alduin hated me. New PC test. Can it run Novus? Yeah, there you go. I'm running an old version of Novus. It's about 2 or 3 years old at this point. And it's heavily, heavily customized. But this is Novus. Can it run Crisis? Yeah, pretty much. And from what I've heard, the newer versions of Novus have just gotten even more, like, hungry for compute power. It's like instead of making it, like, more accessible to everybody, he's made it less accessible to anybody who doesn't have, like, a 4090. Still hoping to run into a spirit tutor here. Haven't found one yet. Oh my god, the dropped frames are really insane right now. All right, let me try to figure something out here. It's dropping hundreds of frames every second here. Okay, that didn't help much. My internet just screwed up. Need to reset a router or something at some point. No, download's good. I think I'm paying for 150 megabits down. I'm getting more than that. Upload's great. I got it capped at 5,000 kilobits per second, or 5 megabits. Getting 22 up, so it's not me, it's not my internet. It's got to be YouTube's ingest servers. It's nuts. Yeah, I do have a web browser running, but I always do. Ethernet's getting bopped. The uploads are staying pretty consistent with what OBS is doing. But system resources are fine. Memory is the main one with Chrome. Oh my god. Maybe it's Norton. That's twice that Norton's popped up on me now. Yeah, well, let's just get through this. Sorry. there's nothing else I can do about it, I'm afraid. Really? You're not gonna jump off the horse this time? I learned that Opera really lowers my memory, so I only use it outside of streaming. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Web browsers really hit your memory hard. I am not starved for resources right now. And yeah, the last several months I've been streaming fine with Chrome running in the background, no problem. But yeah, you could see that it was running pretty solid at 16 gigabytes being used up. I do have 32 gigs of RAM. Excuse me, that monster is really getting to me. Yeah, so I have plenty of headroom there, even though memory usage is high. It's not a very high percentage. Oh, there's a troll. All right, trolly troll. I'm not using a paralysis poison here. What am I even doing? Chop suey. I don't know why I can't select a frost troll. I had this problem with a frost troll earlier too. Couldn't select it in third-person view, but could definitely get to it from first-person view. It's crazy. It's the only thing that's like that. Used Opera GX. It forced ads on me, even though I had no ads allowed in settings. Ugh. Yeah, these advertisers these days, they get pretty obstinate with it. It looks like connection is back up to normal now. Must have just been a blip. Oh, as soon as I said that. Yep, there it goes again. I shouldn't have said anything. Should have kept my fat mouth shut. It was working fine there for a little while. We had a good stretch of about an hour and a half where I didn't drop a single frame. Oh, really? My spider's bigger. Let's see which one wins. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, I think I cleared out Fort Dunstad off stream yesterday. I see somebody in there. I can't tell if that's a Stormcloak or... I don't know, let's just blast it. YOLO! That's definitely a bandit.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Leroy Jenkins did an evil graybeard once that decided to murk the town of Whiterun because of Nazim. Nice. Alright, what do we got over here? You guys got this? You guys got this.
I'll show you a real. Oh well, must have run off.
It's okay, we can blame YouTube anyway. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I've had several months of just not a single dropped frame, and then today has just been terrible. Last week that I streamed, it wasn't last week, it was the week before that, I streamed, I had my settings mixed up a little bit, so I was dropping frames at the very beginning of the stream, but then when I put my settings back, everything was fine. And I haven't changed the stream settings since then. So I don't know what's going on. Usually means a wolf comes in here and... What the hell? What's that guy thinking? That looked like a... Is he like an Imperial courier? He is a courier. I don't see any messages or anything on him though.
Guess it's all clear now.
Oh, you guys really don't like Imperials over here, do ya? Oh, and a bandit. Okay. Evil Greybeard Saruman. Yes, indeed. He didn't even start off evil, though. He got corrupted. Most people with gray beards are pretty good. Pretty good people, I would say. Santa, me, graybeards. Pretty much it.
What is it? Do you have one of the razor fragments? Our master craftsman. Here's your. We just
sure I
need
get
the shards of the
all
blade and the hilt now. Look at them. And here's your.
All of the
there's
money
only
he
the
offers
hilt
here
left to
separately.
collect. Exciting, isn't? Did you try the grip? Isn't it eerie how it seems to mold itself into your
You're getting
hand?
launched by a
Here's your
giant
gold.
as you have a flashback of Nazim
Finally,
asking, "You've
all
ever
the
been to
pieces
the
of
Cloud
Maroon's
District?"
razor
Oh,
are
of
in
course
my
you haven't.
hands. It's
There you
time I
go.
let you in on something. There's a fourth piece, that scabbard in the display case.
Or,
built to house the razor. And
if you're
there's
an
more.
illusion mage,
I know how to put all the pieces
you can
together.
have Nazim
We just
follow
need
you
to
out
take
to
them
the
Dagon's
tundra,
shrine and
have him
contact
sit
the
in front
Lord
of a
Change directly.
giant encampment, and have him launched into the Cloud District.
Ever since I was a boy, I felt this strange sense of destiny surrounding the mythic dawn.
Oh, you get paid more if you do them all at
Now
once?
I know what it is. Don't you see?
So that would be
Fate
3,000.
has led you to me and to the pieces.
Got 1,000 for each
Dagon has
piece.
to answer up. I'll meet you at the shrine.
That's such a good idea, yeah, right? Treat Skyrim as your sandbox. Weaponized giants. Yes, there you go. Actually, that's a great tactic. You can do the same with trolls. Especially there's like a good patch of trolls in the Rift. You can get like a Pied Piper, like just a parade of trolls following you throughout the Rift. And they just like decimate anything that you come across. And the reason why trolls are so effective at it is because they're slow enough that you can avoid them, but they still chase after you. And so you can get them to like stay just close enough so that they don't like lose interest and walk back to wherever they came from. But you can always just outpace them a little bit. And you don't need any magic or anything to do that. Last I checked, he gives you 8,000 goals for all pieces at once. Oh my god, that's a lot. I actually... that's too much to ignore. Especially at this point. I need money for training and stuff. So let's go do that again. Just paralyze the Dramoras and the guy himself. Okay. That works.
What is it? Do you have one of the razor? All at once. You're efficient. I like that.
3,000.
Here's your
Yeah, so I
reward.
got the same amount. It could
All
have
the
to do with
pieces of
mods.
Maroon's razor
I'm running
are
a
in
lot
my
of fixed
hands.
mods and things like that.
It's time I let you in on something. There's a fourth piece.
Just
That
paralyze,
scabbard
yeah.
in the display case, built to house the razor. And there's more. I know how to put all the pieces together. We just
Oh, you can
need
save
to
the
take them
guy?
to
Yeah.
Dagon's shrine and contact the Lord of Change directly.
Yeah, still going for now, James. I'm really trying to finish up this quest. I would like to get to the end of it before
Ever since
I end the
Don't you
stream.
see? I'll meet
I
you at
really
the
just have to
shrine.
go repair the blade now. Kill the Dramora that are there. And I think I will call it quits at that point. But I really wanted to get to the end of this for the stream. This was the goal that I gave myself at the beginning. I wanted to go through and do the whole Mehrunes Dagon quest line to get the razor. Since this guy is not a crafting class, I'm not really investing anything into enchanting, alchemy, or smithing. I'm gonna get my most powerful artifacts from the Daedra. So Mehrunes Razor is one of the stronger blades in the game. I'm running Zim's Immersive Artifacts, so I'm not sure how I feel about that one compared to the original. I really like the original concept, where you have a small random chance to just outright kill an enemy that you hit. That combined with how fast that blade can hit ends up being pretty strong, and actually a very interesting enchantment, and something that's very useful at all levels against all enemies, right? Because it doesn't discriminate. It's not just human enemies that works on. It's like dragons, bosses, really anything. But this one I think does damage over time, and it might stack, and it does just a lot of damage outright too. It's one of the stronger weapons in the game just in terms of raw damage output. Apparently you can steal people's items from them while they're knocked down. You don't have to have ice form or paralyze them at all. Oh, nice. You can FRD them. Confession, I've never killed Nazim and probably won't. I've never killed him either. I do enjoy watching the Nazim kill compilations on YouTube. That kind of like had its moment in the sun for a while. Oh, I passed up my turn, I think. So many glitches in Skyrim, including the fully automatic oh yeah, I haven't encountered that one. That sounds kind of fun though. Yeah, some glitches you can hit them, you can cause them in a stable enough way. Sorry, I was looking at the map. You can proc them in a stable enough way that you can actually use them as gameplay mechanics. Like a lot of people like to do the one the right way here, or is this the one to the Pale Lady? No, I think we're right here. A lot of people like to use the duplication glitch on being able to stack multiple amulets of Talos to be able to do shouts with no cooldown. That's something that I think the unofficial patch fixes, and I am running the unofficial patch. Definitely an exploit and a bug that kind of kills the quote-unquote balance in this game. But definitely has its uses and enables some cool gameplay combinations that you don't usually get to see because of that cooldown. When you can rapid fire shouts There's a lot of things that you can do in combination. It looks like a lot of fun. Oh, did I just freeze? Nope. Auto saving because I am about to enter Dim Hollow Crypt. Yep, nope. Okay. The auto saves always get me. There's one right outside the Collars lair in Belglow Keep for the Mages College questline. I'm like, oh no, is my game freezing? But no, it's just auto saving. Christ, this game is a full-on sandbox. Just the sand is replaced with snow. Yes, it is. It's everywhere. Ah! God, these bears are really scaring the crap out of me today. Bears are stronger than the trolls as well. The power attack in there reduces armor. And start hacking away. Now I am encumbered. Alright, feel ya. Here, horsey, horsey, horsey. With Skyrim being such a snowbox, someone should make Tony Montana, yeah. Who needs a snow blower when you get a snow sniffer like him? Say hello to my little friend. Okay. I don't know why I had an iron mace there. But alright. Get rid of all the heavy stuff. Anything else? How are we doing? Okay. Got about 120 units left of encumbrance. That should be plenty. There's a lot of good stuff in here, though.
Good.
Hey, what's
You're
up,
here.
buddy?
I'll place the pieces on the altar, and Dagon should speak to us.
Okay, doing a quick save here because this guy can be tough. Sometimes you gotta kill him.
Mehrunes
Or
Dagon, the Lord.
you don't have to kill him, but
We have brought your razor.
it heavily suggests that you do.
Thank you. Please, bring the blade's full
Ooh,
glory
Tony
to
Montana,
Tamriel.
Scarface, man.
It's not working. Why don't
No,
you
I
give
know
it a
it's
try?
it's a really
Put your
old
hands on
movie and a
the
deep cut now, but that's where the "Say hello to my little friend" quote comes from.
Mortal, you are worthy of speaking to. You have claimed the pieces of my razor. It has been an amusing game to witness.
With the Master Illusionist build, I used Become a High King of Skyrim mod. Oh, nice.
While there is a pawn on the board,
I haven't used that one yet.
Kill Silas. He
I
and
feel
his
old now.
family have served their purpose.
Yeah, I think Scarface came out before I was even born. That was a movie from the 70s, right? Or was that 80s? I was born in 1980. I'm old.
Kill him. Take your rightful place as my champion, or I will crush you.
Wait, don't kill me. There's another way. I can take the pieces back to my museum, seal them in a display case. You get a generous amount of gold, I get to complete my collection, and nobody has to die.
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. I would rather side with Dagon than you, that's for sure.
Fine. I'm not dying without a fight.
I wouldn't expect you to. Oh, he's quick on his feet. Okay. Another quick save here because the Dremora that come out are very tough. Did you know all Elder Scrolls rulers used illusion to start their reign? Ooh. I know that Tiber Septim definitely did on some of the raids that he did. They made a heavy use of illusion on some of them. Yeagar Tharn, who wasn't actually technically, well, I guess technically he was a ruler. He usurped the throne because he was impersonating the emperor at the time. Used illusion to do that. I think those are the two key examples that I'm thinking of. Botema used all kinds of nefarious magic to get to where she was.
Place your hands on my altar one last time, and you will witness the power of Mehrunes.
Intrusive thoughts are just the Daedra. Yes. The Daedra made me do it. We will not accept Mehrunes Dagon. We're gonna stick with the old ways. Oh, he saw me immediately. Oh, we got Arender out here too, huh? Okay. And I think I have some paralysis poisons here. Oh, I do. I got a lot of them. Sweet.
You can never truly stop me. Soon you will know.
Okay, the Kinreeve is out.
Dead.
By destroying you.
Another Kinreeve.
Such an abrupt end to our...
Thank you, Mr. Undying Ghost. Yep, that guy is the Undying Ghost. That's one of the two summons that I use with this build. The Undying Ghost and the Avenging Wraith are the two guys, or the two summons that I use because they are both novice level spells that stay effective and scale really well into the end game. The Undying Ghost is scaled according to how much magicka you have when you cast him. So the more magicka you have, the stronger he is when he gets summoned. And magicka generally scales if you have any kind of casting class. You're probably putting magicka into you're probably putting attribute points into magicka as you level up. So that gets stronger and stronger. And then the Avenging Wraith is from Apocalypse, and whenever it gets killed, it takes on the level of the enemy that killed it. So the stronger enemies that you're facing, as long as the Avenging Wraith is getting killed, it's continuously leveling up. Next time you cast him, he's going to be, or next time you cast her, she's going to be the same level as the enemy that killed her. So that gets stronger and stronger as you go too. And they're both novice level weapon, or novice level spells, so they work throughout the entire game. And I did it that way because I'm not putting any perks into Conjuration, and I'm not really a summoning class. I try to rely on the Ritual Stone from Andromeda to handle my minions. Got him right between the ribs with that one. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at Mehrunes Razor now. Right now I'm just using the Fetcher's Knife. This comes from the Billy Rowe Compendium. Awesome weapons coming from that mod. He does a really good job of making weapon models. Some really awesome looking unique swords and daggers and things like that, and even some maces. Very cool, very highly recommended. I smith this up with a blacksmith's potion that I found at just an alchemy vendor. No perks in smithing or anything, and that's giving me 48 damage. You know, not including the sneak bonuses and stuff. Mehrunes Razor is going to give us a couple more, but it also inflicts a corrosive poison that damages 11 points of health per second and reduces armor rating for 5 seconds. So 5 seconds of reduced armor rating and poison damage. And that's... doesn't say that it doesn't stack, so I'm guessing it does stack. I think that's pretty strong. I think that's pretty strong. And I already have effects that reduce armor rating as well. So the 2 spells... well, I have 3 spells hooked up to Okado's Recital right now. I have just your basic Oak Flesh for just added armor rating. That reminds me, I need to... I can probably get... I might be able to get Ebony Flesh at this point. But at least I can get Iron Flesh, that's for sure. But I got Oak Flesh proccing with every combat encounter. And then I also have... Okado's Recital. I have... Visions of Opportunity. So it curses a random foe within 40 feet, reduces armor by 230 points, and magic resist by 38%. This is really strong. This is when you see those runes, the glowing runes pop up on an enemy. That's what it's doing. It's removing armor and magic resistances from them, so you know that they're weak when that pops up. The other one is, I think, Stave of Ferocity. This is the third one that I'm using. So whenever I hit someone with a power attack, it reduces their armor by 165 points and magic resistance by 27 points. So that's why I'm always opening with a power attack and then slicing them up as fast as possible. That's how the gameplay flow kind of works. This is the typical combat flow for this character. So you enter combat, Okado's Recital kicks off Stave of Ferocity, Visions of Opportunity, and now with Mehrunes Razor, we're going to have even more armor reduction every time we hit. So I'm going to go for a regular attack, maybe do a paralysis poison if it's a very strong enemy or a lot of enemies for crowd control, followed by an immediate power attack, which will lower their armor and magic resist even more. And then once I'm in there, I'm just slicing and dicing. So magic resistance will also affect the Mehrunes Razor effect as well, I think. So there's that. And it just looks damn cool too. Feels like it swings a little faster than the Fetcher's Knife too. Is it lighter? 3 pounds versus... no, it's heavier. Probably swings about the same amount. Let's see. Can we please get a Mace and Weston mod added to Skyrim? Like a character named Weston with a mace as a weapon. Ooh, that rhymes. It does. I swear, I feel like there should be a crit chance with the Mehrunes dagger. Yeah, there should be. Ordinator handles that on its own through the light armor skill tree. It gives you a lot of good crit chance, probably all the crit chance you'll ever need right there in that tree. And that's something that I am speccing into. I haven't hit the critical strike stuff much, but probably don't need it with the bleed damage that I'm getting, the attack speed that I'm getting, and then now the stacking corrosive poison that I'll be getting. This thing's gonna be a wrecking ball. It's gonna be a nightmare. I like it. Can't wait to try it out. All right, let's just see what other kind of loot we have in here. Necklace of Grit, able to power attack for half damage when out of stamina. Not bad. Probably don't really need the... dagger builds in this game are not set up for power attacks, though. You don't need them. Conquest. Lots of soul gems. Okay, I can do all this off stream. I've already gone past my time here. Battle Axe of Burning, don't need that. Oh, I do need the Age of the Heart, though. I've already gone past my time here by 45 minutes. Jeez, it's a long stream, and I'm dropping all kinds of frames. So I'm going to call this a stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. This is always, like, my favorite part of the week is getting to play Skyrim with some other people who love Skyrim as much as I do. Can we get the Mehrunes dagger? Wait, okay, I'm waiting. What's up? You have an idea. Let's hear your idea. There is a paralyze enchant. It's inconsistent though. The way that the paralysis enchantment works in Skyrim and this happens in the vanilla game too, is that there's only a chance to paralyze. So sometimes you have to hit them several times with an enchanted weapon to get the paralysis to proc. Make that into a tagger and that paralyzed an enemy. Yeah, no, that's actually part of the combo that I use for my Scorpion build, which is on the channel. It's a pretty cool build. I would suggest checking it out. But I used, so Scorpion in Mortal Kombat has like the harpoon, you know, where he like stabs the guy with a harpoon and pulls the rope and then does all kinds of combos on him. I put a paralysis enchant on a modded whip, so that he could whip the thing out like a harpoon. Hit the guy with the whip. It may or may not stun the guy into paralysis, but if it did, I would switch to unarmed and then hit him with like a crazy combo. Unarmed damage is crazy in Ordinator, so it ended up being a very potent combo that I used a lot. It's cool stuff. Unique weapon can't, yeah, no, you can't add enchantments to a unique weapon, a pre-enchanted weapon. It can't, but you can put it on an unenchanted one for sure. All right, that's it for me, guys. If you like this, do check out the other channels in the description below. And if you liked it, like and subscribe to the channel. The channel right now is small enough that every single subscription still does matter, and that's, if you know, you want to help me out with the YouTube stuff, that's the best way of doing it. Also, liking the videos puts it out there for the YouTube algorithm. Suggest it to other people, helps me out a lot. And that's as much advertisement marketing as I'm going to do. Thank you guys so much. The paralysis as it's used, could that work? Oh yeah, an IRIM is fun to. If you're playing on PC and you're using MO2, you can have an IRIM profile alongside a Simon Rim profile, and you know, play them both. All right, that's it, guys. See you next week. I'll be doing this same time next week. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to be playing Starfield or Skyrim yet. Maybe even Cyberpunk. Kind of doubtful. But probably Skyrim or Cyberpunk, depending on which character I make the most progress with, you know? All right. See you.